balancing, stacking up the low heavy, yeah, American dreams. Scales is tipping, yeah, running up the scene. Power in my hand, yeah, hustling supreme. Checks and balances, stacking up the green. Cash flow heavy, yeah, American dreams. Scales is tipping, yeah, running up the scene. Power in my hand, yeah, hustling supreme. With the vision, yeah, blueprint mine. Counting every dollar, turning niggas into dime. Trap game, senator, vetoing lanes. Legend in the making, put respect on my name. Hustle in my veins, got the streets on lock. Wrist stay dripping like a clock, tick tock. I'm trying to balance, but they tipping like a scale. Cashing all these checks while I'm getting all this mail. Racks in the safe, yeah, racks in the safe. State of all stay full, state of all stay full. Pockets overweight, we don't play by the rules. Set pockets overweight, we don't play by the rules. See the feds wanna audit, but the books stay clean. I'm a ghost in the trap, I'm the one you ain't seen. Whip it so fast and I leave you in the dust. Gold in my chain and you know I got a tux. Trapping all day, you know the grind don't stop. Making all these plays, gotta make it to the top. Diamonds in my grill, yeah, green, no flaws. Justice in my hustle, yeah, above the law. Money talks loud, I don't hear no hate. Balance up the game, yeah, serve your own plate. Enemies plotting, I'm 10 steps ahead. Counting all this money while I'm laying in the bed. Hold up, wait up, odds, yeah, let the scales decide. It's profit over pride, gotta keep this wave alive. Risk it for the game, that's the only side. Checks is in my favor, see this power never divide. Checks and balances, stacking up the green. Cash flow heavy, yeah, American dreams. Scales is tipping, yeah, running up the scene. Power in my hand, yeah, hustling supreme. Checks and balances, stacking up the green. Cash flow heavy, yeah, American dreams. Scales is tipping, yeah, running up the scene. Power in my hand, yeah, hustling supreme. Yeah, shadows in the track where the grim reaper creep. Blood on the ledge, yeah, secret very deep. Cold still flash, yeah, hear them scream. Nightmares feel, yeah, running up a scheme. No soul to sell, got a debt unpaid. Graveyard shit, take it to the grave. Scales drip with red, balance in the sin. Checks cashing out for them dead presidents. Chains on my wrist like the devil's got a grip. Ink on the deal, watch a candle just drip. Smoke in the air, masking the stench. Traps in the dungeon, they know I got a hit. Voices in the hall, yeah, counting every loss. Scales on the tip, yeah, carrying the cross. Hollow out the game, lead them boys who rush. Checks coming in, boy, I can't be bought. Dash on the floor, you know I gotta check the cash. Head at the door, you know I gotta hide the cash. Blade in the palm, yeah, I gotta cut it raw. Plug overseas, stay above the law. Make the White House black, count the money in the dark. Whipping this work, leave stains, no spark. Checks hit the trap, but the block stay grim. Scales tipping heavy, got justice again.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what it's about? It's about holding on to all this power. And as you can see, I got a lot of it. And I'm not sharing any of it. Cause guess what? It's me, Big Zeus, doing what I wanna do. Checks and balances, stacking up the green. Cash flow heavy, yeah, American dreams. Scales is tipping, yeah, running up the scene. Power in my hand, yeah, hustling supreme. Checks and balances, stacking up the green. Cash flow heavy, yeah, American dreams. Scales is tipping, yeah, running up the scene. Power in my hand, yeah, hustling supreme.
Let's get this show started, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Wednesday. Wednesday, July 20th. Wow, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we're back in the Thunderdome.
It's like a curse.
Let's go! You never know.
It's deja vu when I'm running up these racks. I'm like the Terminator screaming.
I'll be back. Good morning, Tara. Good morning, Attacking. Good morning, Zena. Let's go.
I'm on top of my game.
Ahead of the class. You can tell that I made it. Look at my grass. VIP. Thank you. Let's go. You go. This is how. Good morning, Chris. That algorithm turned me to a maniac. Let's go. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Cycle Queen, thank you. Welcome. Good morning, Miss Morningstar. Let's do it. My sister, Jessie, good morning. Here it goes, ladies and gentlemen. You know how here it goes. This is what they do. Here it goes. Here it is. Good morning, Ann. Here it goes. Watch this. It always gets me.
I'll tell you what, I haven't gone into Zeus's live in a couple of days.
Yes.
It was radical.
Very radical.
It was horrible. I'm like, Zeus has gone way off the rails.
Oh.
It's like deja vu. It's like deja vu.
It always gets me.
It's like deja vu.
And that's when I became what I am when they said that about me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to the show. Once again, we're back in the Thunderdome. It's me, your favorite. I would argue your favorite content creator because what I do, and not just me, but all the other amazing folks out here is we do not play games with MAGA anymore. We really understand what's going on with these folks. All right, and before we get into that, ladies and gentlemen, let's just take care of some very important housekeeping items. For those of you who don't know who I am, tripping. You come onto my platform every morning. You, all of your friends, and you all come in and cry. Please don't do that. Let's just stick to the format of the show. All right. It's very important you pay attention. All right. I'm really out here trying to do something good. All right. So for those of you who don't know who I am, don't listen to these haters out there. I go by the name Zeus, or some like to say Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H? Well, it's quite simple. The first H is because I'm honest. I'm the most honest person on social media. I'll give you an example of how honest I am. I honestly believe this guy in my chat, Trippin', he's deranged, all right? And you can just tell because every time he comes in and he has the opportunity to engage the platform, he just spams it instead, which shows us there's something wrong up there, right? Now, that shows you how honest I am. I don't hold back. I have no problem saying that, and he knows that. The second H is because I'm humble. Well, you know what? I just made a statement about Trippin', but if Trippin' could get up here and actually demonstrate that what I said was not true, I would actually apologize. But here's the thing, Trippin'. Just because your feelings are hurt, it doesn't mean that I owe you an apology. Most likely it means you probably need to sit your special behind down and listen to this special broadcast, right? And then the last and the final H, ladies and gentlemen, which is arguably, I would say, one of the most powerful of all three H's. It's because I am and will always remain, you've guessed it, the most handsome. Good morning, Val. Now, many of you know what I do by now. I take no prisoners. I've been through the gauntlet, and I've taken so many arrows on this app. And it's all because of the way that I see the world, right? Good morning, alter ego. It's nice to see you in here. Hopefully you're behaving yourself. It's because of the way that I can look at scenarios that are going on in this country, especially in the political spectrum. And I provide what I call an accurate explanation and accurate description of what's actually happening. The folks on the right, they don't like it. They say I'm a propagandist. They say I'm a DNC shill, and they make up all these things about me. And, and lately it's a lot of race baiting, right? Zeus, why are all Democrat cities that are going into the gutter, why are they ran by, black people? Zeus, what about all the violence going on in the black community? It's a bunch of race baiting stuff. And the reason they like to do that is because they don't want me to really say what's on my mind in terms of what's going on with this country and what's going on with their dear leader, who we all know is hell-bent on destroying this great country of ours. America's not a perfect country. We all know that, but it has the ability to live up to its promises. And I honestly was one of those Americans. You all remember when President Obama got elected? Just think to yourself, where were you at when we saw what the Bush administration did? That's just kind of when I started paying attention. And then you saw Barack Obama, Michelle Obama. They represented something in America, and you said, "Wow, look at this! As long as this country has been alive, I never thought I would be around." To see a president that was black running this country and actually have so much charm, so much charisma, well educated. And I said, you know what? America might have a chance, right? And so this is when it kind of started happening. And then look at where we're at right now. We have the most divisive president in American history. He's the worst president in American history by far. And you just have to ask yourself, how did we go from President Obama to where we're at right now? The economy is in total chaos. It's in shambles. They got this fake news coming out about the GDP growing, and I'll address the GDP. It's nothing but anything. It's anything to distract us from the E-files, right? And so what I'll say is this before I go any further, because I know some of you are getting triggered. If you do not want me to ruin your morning out there, and this is specifically to MAGA. If you don't want me to ruin your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, and everything in between, do us all a huge favor, right? Leave this live and you could go hang out with those fake TikTok hosts. They'll lie to you and they'll take your money, right? They'll lie to you and take your money and tell you things like, oh yeah, Obama's going to be arrested. They'll lie to you and tell you things like, oh yeah, China pays the tariffs. They'll do all of that, and then they'll take your money. Oh, yeah, Donald Trump's immigration numbers, they're the best ever. They'll lie to you and take your money, but over here, no, we won't do that. We'll tell you the cold, hard truth, which is what? Donald Trump is scamming you. He's taking your money, and he's making you out to look like some big fools out here. So if you don't want me to actually expose it to you like that, do me a favor and leave right now, because like I said, it's going to get very, very uncomfortable in here. But get this, you don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Zeus. You know, let me ask anyone real quickly: are there any Trump supporters out there right now? Anyone still out here supporting a predator? Anyone wants to volunteer and raise their hand and say, yes, I'm not a Christian? Because when you're a MAGA, when you're a Trump supporter, I want you to understand. All of us that come onto this show and all over the internet, and we all know what's really happening. When I see MAGA, I say, oh, that's a fake Christian, right? This is a racist, right? Yeah, you gotta own it. You gotta own it, because you can't say you're not racist when you went after DEI the way that you did. So racist, fake Christian, predator, P3DO supporting people. All right, that's what I see when I see MAGA. So is there anyone out there that wants to come up here and real quickly before I get into something very terrible for you, because this is bad news I got to share with you. Anyone want to come up here and explain to us all what made you decide to be a terrible person, right? Because you can't say you're following Donald Trump because of his policies. His policies changed like his mind. He has no real solid policy. I mean, 1 minute tariffs are on, 1 minute tariffs are off. You can't make sense of this. 1 minute, him and Epstein were BFFs, and then the next minute, I don't like him because he was stealing my. So he doesn't have any policies, and if he has policies, it's like, what is he sticking to, right? Where are we at, ladies and gentlemen? Any Trump supporters out there that want to come up here and explain at what point in their life did they become a terrible person? At one point did they become un-American, all right? Because it didn't happen. I don't think it just happened with Donald Trump. I think Donald Trump just tapped into something that's been bothering MAGA, all right? And they don't want to come up here. So what I'll do is this. I'm going to continue to wake their game up. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to talk about today. Do not come up here, MAGA. I'm going to be honest with you and talk to me about the economy and the 3%. Because honestly, I could care less. The only thing I want Donald Trump to do is what? Cut my utility bill in half, right? Has anyone seen their utility bill get cut in half just yet? Because yesterday, you remember, I played the audio clip and he said it was going to get cut in half. Did it get cut in half? Did anyone's utility bill get cut in half? No. All right. Yeah, so I don't buy. If you're not talking about my bank account and my 401k and the egg prices and the ground beef prices actually getting back down to a reasonable price, I don't want to hear it. W. Zeus. Now, what I do want to talk about though are it's more confirmation that Donald Trump and the MAGA base are in deep trouble. His poll numbers, ladies and gentlemen. You know, last week I did it. It was CNN. But we got some bad news, MAGA, about your dear leaders' poll numbers. And what we're going to do is get this on the record. And I get this. This is why they don't come up and talk to Big Zeus anymore, because the jig's up, MAGA. The jig is up. All right.
Months since President Trump made his political comeback into the White House now, where it's been 6 months since President Trump made his political comeback and took office as the 47th president. Now, new CBS News polling shows strong support from the president from his base, but many Americans are also questioning some of the administration's priorities. Our CBS News YouGov poll found Trump's overall job rating approval at 42%, with 50.
Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. Good morning. MAGA win. You decided to come up early and defend your cult leader, huh? What do you got for us? What do you got for us?
Well,
what part of the?
I love what's going on with the immigration.
Yeah, but what do you love about it? His numbers aren't even as high as Obama's, right? And look at the impact. I did a show yesterday and I'm talking about businesses. A business out in Nebraska, Omaha, 97 employees, Grand Valley Foods, businesses that are actually helping to prop up this great country of ours. They are being targeted by the Trump administration. You know what that translates to, MAGA? Your ground beef. You ever seen the ground beef price? It's not going down. It's going up. How does that make you feel good? Are you married?
Yeah, I have a family.
Yeah, so spending more money makes your family happier. No vacations, huh? Just send it
Okay,
all to the dear leader.
so beef went up, right? Eggs
Yeah.
went down, right?
No, 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 no. No, no, eggs didn't.
Well, I'm here at Walmart. I'm gonna get me some more, another box of eggs,
Show
right? Buy
me.
a dozen of eggs for
Show me the eggs.
$16.
Show me the eggs, please.
No,
Because
just
I don't.
look it up.
No, no, no. You just admitted you're at Walmart. Let's turn the camera on. Ladies
No,
and gentlemen,
I'm in the park. No,
let me.
I'm in the
I
park
just
lot
sent
still.
you a cam request. Well, show us the receipt.
No, I'm not ready for it. I'm in the parking lot though.
So, can you turn your camera
But
on and show us the receipt that you're in the parking lot?
wait, you don't believe that egg price is not down?
No, I don't even believe you're at Walmart. How many people believe he's at Walmart?
You got to
Hold
get your
on,
head
let's
out.
hold on, Mago, because I appreciate you honestly. You did bravely come up here, which is to me very very big. But I
Well,
don't think.
I don't see anything about being brave about
So
coming out.
look at this. A lot of people, a lot of folks, and these are even MAGA in here. You know, I would say a good chunk of my audience is MAGA. They don't even believe you're at Walmart. So you want to kind of dial it back and say maybe you're getting a little ahead of yourself. But all right. So has
No,
your
I am here at Walmart,
okay?
and if
Well,
you check out, if anybody can check Walmart online, and you'll see the price of eggs, right? I'm going to go in, and the
okay.
price of the egg is almost $16.50, and it was $43 per box
When?
when Joe Biden was president.
Okay. 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 All right.
So
So
what you're saying is, I walk in, and it's going to be $43 today.
no, 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 no.
It's way, way
Donald, hold
less.
on, hold
You
on,
can see it
hold
in
on, hold on,
Benjamin.
hold on. Let me see if I can find you. Let me find you what I'm talking about because this is a lie, and we're gonna get to the bottom of it. Maybe I
Let's
can pull
go.
it. Okay,
Get on Walmart.
okay. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see
I
something.
buy. Look,
Hold
I
on.
work out, so I buy a lot of eggs. My dogs love eggs.
Okay.
And a box. I remember a box, $43. Now
Hold
get
on.
out of here with that.
Hold on. Hold on.
They're seeing it on their bills. How long can they expect that pain to last?
Hold on.
So they've already seen it get much better because if you were truthful, which you're not, you know, I know you very well, you have gasoline that hit $1.98 yesterday in a couple of states. You have gasoline's way down. The price of oil has dropped substantially. The price of groceries is substantially down. The price of eggs, you know, when I came in, they hit me with eggs. I just got there. I was here for 1 week and they started screaming at me, eggs have gone through the roof. I said, I just got here. I was there for 7 days and I hear that eggs have gone through the roof before I got there. And they were screaming at me, the press, the fake news like you're fake. And the fake news is screaming at me like about eggs. I said, I've only been here, this is my 7th day. And they were right. They went up 87% and you couldn't get them. They said, you won't have eggs for Easter, which is coming up. Happy Easter, everybody. You won't have eggs for Easter. And we did an unbelievable job. And now eggs are all over the place and the price went down 92%.
True.
So your eggs went down 92%.
992.
Oh. What would they go down
But you
to?
have to, you have to, I don't know what the
Because
percentage is,
because
but
because you said they were what $43.
yeah, and it goes and it's down like about $16.50 around
Okay,
there.
okay. So if
What percentage is that?
huh?
What percentage is that?
So you said your eggs went down how much?
From $43 a
Uh huh.
box to about $16.50. You got a calculator?
Yeah. Is that 92%?
But what's the percentage?
Okay, so if it would have went down 92%, guess what your eggs should be
What's the percentage
costing?
though? About
Huh?
65% around there.
No. What should your eggs be costing? $3.44. Do your eggs cost? Go ahead and show me the receipt. I don't even need to talk to you. Let me just show the
Well,
receipt.
I'm still in the parking lot.
Okay, so you don't got them. Okay, you're gonna go inside and give us a little tour of this little place you work at. Are you? I'm sorry, I said you were working there. Do you work there?
No. I'm
Okay, so
retired.
let's just go ahead and say Donald Trump lied, right? It's
No, he
okay.
didn't lie. He didn't lie. I used to buy egg for each
No,
egg Look at it. When I was buying the egg under Joe Biden,
Sir.
egg was about 73 cents.
Sir. If they go down 92%, your egg should be around a little over $3. And you just acknowledge that's not what you paid. You paid $16. So your dear leader, he lied to you. Why not be a man and admit it?
So egg is about
Hold on, just no. Okay,
it
hold on.
dropped about. I'm gonna say it's
Okay, I'm gonna give you the.
5% lower.
I'm gonna give you. Okay, so he lied. All right, now let's go ahead and do this other one because I did this
Do gas price now. Do gas price. I'm in California.
No.
Gas price.
No.
They love high gas price here in California.
No, what I'll do is this.
They're pushing for EV mandates, so they're pushing gas price up higher, right?
Mm-hmm.
Over here in California, a price of gas dropped $1.
Hold on. You're crashing out real quick. Hold on. I want to get you. Let me get you this other one. This is the big one. All right.
Well, it's easy for you to just get online and check the price of Walmart eggs.
No, because he did say
No
gas.
way.
He said gas was $1.98. How much did you pay for gas? And I just played that. How much did you pay for gas?
Well, I think he's talking about the average. I'm over here in California, so gas is like maybe around $4.
Okay, so it's not $1.98 where you're at, right?
Not in California.
Yeah.
You think
Okay.
it'll be $1.98 in California?
Huh?
Yeah, you think it'll be $1.98 in California?
No, I just think Donald Trump was
Now
lying. I just
now
want to
we're
say,
doing
hold on,
something.
I'm just getting some more information out here because you were getting up here. Let's go.
Price of energy
Listen to
and
this.
electricity in
Watch this.
half.
Remember this one?
Ready? 12 months from January 20th, and take office on
Watch this.
January 20th, your electric bill, including cars, air conditioners, heating, everything, your total electric bill will be 50% less. We're going to cut it in half. And we have it. We have the power to do it because we have it. We don't need ships. We don't need long train. We have everything. We're going to have to build some pipelines because we can't transport it. But that's easy to do, and that's safer than trains.
Watch this part.
But we're going to get this done, and you're going to have, within 1 year, think of it, within 1 year, you're going to have electric bills and energy bills, and your gasoline for your car is going to be 50% cheaper than it is right now. That's a
Gasoline for your car is 50% cheaper. Your utility bills 50%. Do you feel like you're winning still?
Well, is it a year?
No,
yet?
no, no. No, it hasn't been a year, but
Why-
where you're at right now, looking at the projections, do you honestly feel like you're winning right now?
When the price of gas drops,
Wait, bro.
$4.
MAGA, your last part of your name says win. Based on his claim about your eggs, right?
We're winning.
Do you feel like you're winning?
Yes,
But you're spending more money.
I'm spending more money on eggs.
Yeah, then he said,
You're telling me,
and you're spending more money on your gas bill, your utility bill, your groceries, your ground beef. But
on,
you
man.
feel like you're winning? Do you
Why you
understand
spreading
how?
lies?
Okay, so what I'm
Why are you spreading lies though? The price of eggs dropped, right? About 65%, right?
and you should
How am I
thank
lying?
Joe Biden for that.
The price of gas dropped $1 here in California. How am I lying? When the price of gas drops, that means the price of everything else drops.
Okay,
So-
all right,
so
fair
things are
enough.
actually
Okay,
cheaper,
so what you're saying is this, MAGA, and I think I hear where you're coming from. Donald Trump's, his promises, they didn't come true, but you're okay as long as it went down a little bit. He's not even close to where it says, like, he's not even where it's at now is nowhere near where he said it is, right? You get that, right?
Well, drop.
Wait.
No. The price of eggs
I'm gonna do
dropped
it.
65%, and the price of gas dropped what? It dropped 20% so far, right? From $5 to $4. It dropped 20%.
No. I don't know where you're getting those numbers, and honestly, I think what you're doing is kind of a huge disservice to all of us. The whole point I'm
Don't
trying
lie
to
to
do,
me, man.
MAGA.
I'm the wrong person to try to bullshit.
Well, number one, we don't curse on this show.
I'm in California.
We don't curse on this show. But let me get back to what I'm
From
saying.
$5 to $4. You don't believe that?
I don't believe you. All
You
right.
don't believe that?
Now let me move on to my last and final thing. I'm keeping a track of everything
Hey, you
that.
want me to walk in Walmart? I'll give you the price of eggs when I go.
Yeah,
in.
please.
Okay, hold on. The thing is that I don't
Turn
I don't
the
like-
camera on. Turn the camera on. I'm gonna give you this opportunity because I want to see you go in there and show me these egg prices.
Because ladies and gentlemen, please bear with me. This guy is going to go in here and find us these eggs that Donald Trump said are 92% cheaper. All right, than when they were when he first got into office, which means they should be around $3 or so. Go on in there. Did you? I gave you the request to turn your camera on. Is it on?
No.
Oh, let me see. I never did this before though.
No, it says
Is it on? I see my face.
hit save. Hit save.
It's, I never did this.
Okay,
before.
okay, okay. Oh wow. Okay, let's go. I see you now. I see you. Go on in there.
Okay,
Go on in
so-
there.
Wait, hold on. You say you didn't
What?
believe that I was in the parking lot, right?
I didn't. But now watch. I'm a man. I'll apologize. Well, I didn't think this guy was really in the parking lot. But guess what? You had a lot of time to get there, so I'm gonna put a star next to that.
No.
Now let's go inside. Let's go inside.
Yeah, that's Walmart back up here, right? That's Walmart.
Yeah, that looks like Walmart. Yeah, I mean, it took you a while to get there, but please go on in there. Go on in there, buddy. And I appreciate you doing this. I appreciate you doing this, trying to be as honest of a man as possible under these circumstances. This is awesome. Going into this Walmart and let the people there know you're talking to Big Zeus, a proud Democrat, and what we're looking for are these eggs that Donald Trump said are 92% cheaper than they were when Biden was in office. All right.
Well, here in California,
I'm in California. I'm in Cal. Are you in NorCal or SoCal?
I'm in NorCal,
Okay.
San Jose area.
Okay. Where
I'm
the
in San Jose
eggs?
area. So eggs here, because I
thought you had,
buy eggs
but
all-
you just told me you had bought
at-
some
I buy-
eggs. So this. No, look at this. We
No,
get no
I buy
reception.
eggs like every 4 days. I eat.
I thought you said you bought them today. Now look at this, no reception.
You don't see me?
Okay, it's going in and out.
no
All right, I'm
reception
listening. Yep. Jeez, bro, look at this. We're not getting any real reception. I can't see you, bro.
You see me?
Well, I can't even see him. DJ, I'm not talking about a dozen of eggs. I'm talking about the eggs that he said were $43, DJ. He said he bought a carton for $43. MAGA win. I can't see you. Take a photo of it. Well, you know what? Never mind. Okay, I can't see you, bro. Honestly, I can't see you. It's not. You got to get back outside. You got to get back outside, bro, because the reception is all bad. I don't know what you did to your Trump phone, but it's not working, champ. Someone said turn off the Wi-Fi. Turn off the Wi-Fi. So, he said he works out. He did say that. Yeah, please don't beat this guy up. He's really trying. All right, and when people are really trying, we have to show compassion. So please don't beat this man up. He's giving us the best he has. All right, MAGA win. MAGA win. You got to get back into the parking lot. If you could possibly take a picture. All right, you got to get back in the parking lot, bro. It's not working. All right.
All right, I'm going back out.
What did you look at the price of the eggs though while you were in there?
Yes.
And what was it?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. What was the price of that big carton of eggs that you said was $43 under Joe Biden? What was it?
Well, I'm going outside. Hold on.
Yeah. What was it?
Okay. Can you see me now?
Yeah, I can see you. Yeah, you get stronger signal outside. So what was the price of those eggs? I didn't get to see it, but what was the price?
Okay, so listen. A box of egg used to cost $43
Right.
for 60 eggs. So
Okay.
that averaged out to be around 73 cents each.
Mm-hmm.
That's expensive, man. Now it's $17.52 right here in Walmart.
Okay.
That's a big drop. That's what, 65% drop?
That's about
That's
41. So it's 41% of what it was. I got to ask you a question though. So it was $17. It's not $3 and some change like Donald Trump said it was, right? So we can agree that the numbers don't match what Donald Trump was saying.
Well,
And what,
Okay, so let's just be honest, because
No, but I mean, no. I'm just giving you my example from where I'm at because there's some other places where it could be cheaper, right? We know that, right?
no, where?
I don't know. I have a property
Okay,
in Idaho. I have several properties.
okay.
I
So
I don't know, right?
but
But
for
but
this,
but but different places will have different percentage drops, right?
it's you can get an average, I guess, but from what you see right now, you can conclude that what Donald Trump is saying isn't matching your reality in California. It's not matching.
Well,
You gotta you come on now. Let's be. I apologize. Listen, you see how I was able to. You showed me you were at Walmart, and I was able. Hold on. You showed me you were at Walmart, man to man. I apologized and said, you know what? I was wrong. Right? You see how this works? Didn't I? Didn't when you showed me you were at Walmart? Hold on.
65% drop is not good.
Hold on.
Is 65% drop not good?
It's
Come
not
on,
good.
man. Tell me.
Okay. You want me to give you a good example? What if I give you? I tell you, I'm going to give you 92% of your paycheck, and then I turn around and give you 62%. Would that be satisfaction? Would you be satisfied? No. You want your whole issue. No. Don't play the game.
Your
No.
president increased
No.
the egg price.
No,
right?
no.
Your president, and then my president dropped the egg price. That's the
Okay.
difference.
MAGA.
Okay?
Okay, we'll
Here's
get
an
into
example.
that. MAGA.
My
I want
boss,
to.
Joe
No.
Biden Gave me a pay
MAGA.
cut. And
MAGA.
then-
Can
and then- and
I'm
then
going to have to
gave me a
mute
pay
you.
increase.
MAGA, do I have to mute you? I'm trying to slow this discussion down. I'm giving you as much time as you need. Are you changing? Is it getting hot over there?
Yeah,
All
the
right.
sun's starting to come
Yeah,
out.
I don't see any sun, but I guess this is what happens when you come and talk to Zeus. You get hot and sweaty. Now, when you told me you were in Walmart and I said no, you're not. You said yes, I am, and I said no. Then you turned on your camera. Didn't I tell you? Okay, I was man enough to apologize. Jesus Christ, this guy right here. So what I'm going to do is this guy's crashing out. Didn't I apologize and say, well, you know what? He's in the Walmart parking lot. And I showed you I have the ability to correct myself. You see how I did that? Now, why don't you have the ability to admit you're wrong? Hit the unmute. Hit unmute. Why don't you have the ability to just admit you're wrong?
How am I wrong? All I'm doing is telling you the price of eggs tanked
Okay.
and the price of gas dropped, right? How am I wrong?
Because they don't match what Trump said. Right?
How long has Trump been in office?
No, I didn't ask that.
Right? Joe
No.
Biden messed everything up. How long has Trump been in office? He's been in office for 7 months. You can have patience. He's still got 3.5 more years.
So ladies and gentlemen, this is typical MAGA male behavior. Instead of just conceding instead of just conceding that, Zeus, I got caught listening to Donald Trump lie, he wants to act. I don't know what this is. This is what you do to try to get people to, be attracted to you. I don't get it. What's the issue going on here? Can you calm down a second? Can you calm down, bro? How old are you? This is easy. Hit the unmute. How old are you? How old are you? Because Donald Trump. Yeah, now you're on mute. Donald Trump is watching this. Huh?
I'm 56.
All right, hold on. Are there any women out there interested in dating this guy? Because I think he's up here looking for love. Are there any women out there looking for someone to date in San Jose? Yeah, show them all that. Show them all the muscles.
They like to hear all that testosterone.
You said they like to hear all that testosterone.
They hear all that testosterone.
Okay.
They like to hear it. They like I let it all out.
This is sad, sir.
Love it.
All right, sir. So this is sad, right? This is
love it.
sad. All right, no, thank you. All right, so MAGA, what I'll do is this. MAGA, I can't even hear you. Yeah, MAGA, I can't even hear you, honestly. And I'm going to basically say something to you, and I don't want you to take this the wrong way. All right, I'm genuinely concerned, and I don't normally express this kind of sincere concern for MAGA, but your behavior this morning, it's making all kinds of alarm bells go off, right? I don't know what you're drinking on this morning, but you got onto my show and yeah, okay, all right, okay, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. And so what I'll do is this, ladies and gentlemen, when you don't have anything of value to contribute to the platform, you just do that, I guess, right? And so MAGA for the win. It wasn't a win for you. This was you embarrassing yourself in front of, look at all these people. Oh my gosh, thousands of people bright and early in the morning for your dear leader, Donald Trump. Yeah, he says eggs were cheaper. They're not cheaper. We looked up the numbers. The numbers don't line up to what Donald Trump said. He said gas and these utility bills would be cheaper. They didn't line up. So what did he do? He decided to take a drink out of that nasty cup, I don't know what was in it, and just start making all kinds of grunting sounds. And this is the same guy that said he works out. This is the same guy that said he works out daily. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you know what this is. I shouldn't do this because I know something's wrong up there. But I'm going to do it anyway. MAGA for the win. Do me a huge favor, all right? And stay off of this app. And actually go get some professional help. BetterHelp.com. Ladies and gentlemen, let's send that MAGA demon where he came from right back to the pits of hell.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
W's is MAGA for the win. I'm gonna give you something to think about, and this is honestly what Donald Trump says about you.
You're either stupid or you hate the country.
All right, W's. I gave him, because see, once I realized having a conversation about politics was out the window, and then I saw him doing all that flexing, I gave him another chance. I said, are there any women out there? Are there any women out there that wanted to date him? And the audience, it was a resounding no. Not even the MAGA women wanted you, bro. It's disgusting, all right? But this is typical MAGA behavior, all right? Let's go on, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I had so much I was going to do. I was really trying to really get this guy to at least come to the light, but he didn't want to come to the light. So yeah, let's get back to what I was saying real quickly, and then we'll get back to having more of these conversations. It's very important MAGA understands this, all right? And this has something to do with Donald Trump's poll numbers.
Percent disapproving. Now that's down from 53% in February and closer to where it was for much of his first term. Support for a key part of Trump's domestic policy is slipping as Americans voice concerns about who is getting caught up in a ramped-up immigration crackdown. CBS News Chief White House correspondent Nancy Cordes is joining us now from Washington. Nancy, thank you for joining us today. What are the numbers tell us about concerns over these immigration crackdowns?
Jerome, I'm telling you the real.
Hi, Hugo. It's great to see you. What these numbers show us is that Americans are growing somewhat concerned, not necessarily about the actions that the Trump administration is taking to seal off the border, but some of the actions that it is taking to round up immigrants and send them back home. Specifically, what we see in this polling is that while the president's MAGA base is sticking with him, there are more and more independents and Democrats and even some Republicans who say that they think that the administration is being too aggressive in sending people who aren't necessarily dangerous criminals back to their home country.
So his poll numbers are tanking.
They want the administration to focus on people who are dangerous. And they also have concerns about some of the deportation facilities that have been set up here in the U.S. to house these individuals before they are sent back. We're talking about places like Alligator, Alcatraz. And then finally, what you see is Americans saying that they feel that the administration may be focusing too much on immigration and not enough on their key issues, which are the economy and prices.
Yeah, and you mentioned Trump's support amongst his base there, which is admittedly still very strong. But does the slip in his overall numbers show any advantage for Democrats when we're looking ahead to 2026?
Sure, it could, especially if the numbers stay that way heading into the midterm elections. The popularity of the president always has a bearing on how his party does in midterm elections. And the bottom line is that we see in this polling that people still care a lot about the economy and about prices, as they always do. And so what it's most likely going to come down to, Mugo, is even if this polling shows that people aren't big fans, for example, of tariffs, if their bank accounts look pretty good a year from now, then maybe they're going to feel differently about tariffs. That is the number one issue.
That is very true. Good point there. So, Nancy, our polling showed up to 50% of Republicans, they're satisfied with the administration's handling of the Jeffrey Epstein case, but then 89% of those polled want to see all DOJ files released. How does the White House handle
Epstein
this moving forward?
Right, so interesting, right? On one hand, you've got MAGA Republicans saying we support the president, what he's doing when it comes to Jeffrey Epstein and those files. On the other hand, they're saying, but get them all out there. We don't feel like we have enough information. And so it appears that the administration's getting something of a grace period with the base right now, but they're getting a very clear message that that base wants to see these files released, if at all possible.
Thank you. So that's another W for Zeus. So MAGA, what I've just shown you is he's not doing good, your dear leader. He's not doing good with the economy. He's not doing good with foreign policy, and he's not doing good with the Epstein files. Your dear leader has let you down. As a matter of fact, there's reports out there, and I've seen them, very credible. They're suggesting that, you know what, maybe Donald Trump is the deep state. Did you think about that, MAGA? Your dear leader is the deep state. That's not MSNBC, that's CBS. Last week it was CNN. And so when you have all these agencies aligning in terms of their numbers, I say this is to me, this is proof that shows like this are doing a great job. All right, where's the Trump supporters? Put a one in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. I'll bring you up, all right? Because, you know, you saw what I just did to that previous guest. When they don't have any substance to contribute, they don't have any evidence to back up all of Donald Trump's lies. It's just more of the same. Put a one in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. I'll bring you right on up. I see a lot of folks out there. Someone says, Berserker says, cry, it's pathetic. Donald Trump still your president. Okay, you could come up here. Come on up here, Berserker. All right, this doesn't take long. This won't take long. Why would you say I'm afraid of you, Glenn? I already destroyed you last time, and then I remember you said you had to run. Remember you had to run? You had to run last time, Glenn, remember? And so, you know, if you're going to get up here and then act a fool because there's, you know, an audience here, I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to people who seriously believe this guy, Donald Trump. I want to talk to those folks because all of you other folks that get on here, you're a bunch of characters, you're a bunch of actors, and I don't even know why you're on TikTok defending this. I think they're the real grifters. I think a lot of these folks out here, especially those in the chat, I think they're the real grifters because when you ask them to get up here and be honest and transparent, they can't. With that previous guest, I admitted, okay, you're in Walmart. I took that back and I apologize. He couldn't apologize and admit that Donald Trump lied to him. And it's the most bizarre thing. I've never seen a group of people like this. And these are the same people that went to the Capitol on January 6th talking about it was a peaceful protest. I mean, give me a break. You all lie so much. You lie like a rug. You're worse than a dog. All right. Put a one in the chat if you are a Trump supporter and you seriously believe Donald Trump is doing a good job. Yeah, I'm looking in the chat. And the reason, ladies and gentlemen, bear with me. The reason I take a little time to do this is, unlike them, do you all see me going onto other Red Lives? Have you all seen me go over to the Red Lives and talk to these people? Have any of you seen me do that? I mean, this audience, they hold me accountable. Have you all seen me go on to the right? Yep. And when I go to the right, don't I deliver the same unadulterated, unfiltered truth on the right? See, I can go either way and do it. I'm Zeus on any side of the platform. You MAGA, y'all sit out there, you hide on X, every time I post something on X and I say something, oh, they respond so quickly. I say, is this a bot? No, this is a Trump supporter using the 2 brain cells and the 1 tooth and hanging from their mouth to say something to me. So why is it that if you're winning, like they like to say, what makes this exercise so difficult? I've done all the hard work. The Democrats, we're doing all the hard work on TikTok. We get out here religiously. We defend our principles. We defend our values. We engage and we talk to you. If you really truly believed in what you believed in, MAGA, this wouldn't be a difficult exercise. You have so much energy to come up in here and spam the chat. You have so much energy to come up here and spam the chat. But you know, and this is how I know God's judgment is truly upon this nation. Because they know deep down in their hearts, deep down in whatever is left of their souls, that they're wrong. Look at where we're at right now. I couldn't have asked for a better setup right now than what we got going on in America right now. After Vice President Kamala Harris lost the election, I was devastated. I was sad. You know, I don't like losing, and I said, I don't know. This is terrible. We got 4 years of hell coming up. I'm just not in the mood. But where we're at right now, I said, you know what? This might be the next best thing. Watching Donald Trump destroy his own cult. This just might be the next best thing, is watching Donald Trump destroy his cult. And it's starting now with the E-files. Yeah, because he can't keep his story straight. Yeah, so put a 1 in the chat, MAGA, or send me a guest request, and I'll bring you right on up here, and we'll have this talk if you're brave enough to do it. If you're brave enough to do it. What is he destroying? LOL. What is Donald Trump destroying? He's destroying America. He's destroying he's destroying you. All right. This may be the best way to finally get rid of MAGA. Yeah, W to the chat. We all agree. Yeah. All right, where's the Trump supporter? Let me give him another 20 seconds, and then we'll go to some of the mutuals then, all right? Yeah, he's destroying the Constitution, all right? Yeah, he's destroying the auto industry. He's destroying everything. Look at the chat. You can go look at this. Yeah. He's destroying the United States. MAGA is a cult. Yeah. Has anyone seen Barack Obama get arrested? Has anyone seen Obama? No, there you go. 11. Dems can't say exactly what Trump is destroying specifically. All right, come on up here, 11. 11, send me a guest request. Yeah. See, he's burning down. MAGA is destroying. Oh, the leftist utopia. Okay, come on up here. You can't come up here either. All right. Yeah. I mean, you can't say he's destroyed families. Mm-hmm. Look at this, lady. Yeah. Has anyone seen President Obama get arrested lately? Has anyone seen Adam Schiff get arrested lately? No. Yeah, they haven't. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and bring up our first guest, ladies and gentlemen, while MAGA struggles to put all of the thoughts they can together to try to support Donald Trump. What do you? Good morning, brother Swerve. How are you doing?
Good morning, Zeus. Dark Swerve here, TikTok Action News. How are you, sir?
I'm doing all right, and you?
I'm doing very well. I got my Ashley back, and I got my caregiver back. You know, she's just amazing.
Hey,
wanted to ask you a question, Zeus, if I may. If you
sure.
got a minute for me. Why do people like Tiny Tank Top Tom, Testicle Turkey Neck Tom think that MAGA is so offensive and that everybody is just afraid of them? How fragile do you think they are?
They're very, very fragile. As you can see, we're struggling to get them to get up here and actually explain their behavior, right? And they start crashing out and stuff like that. That's fragile behavior at its finest.
Well, I was just watching MAGA win. He never made it to the store to take a picture of the cost of eggs. So while he was doing his little routine to try to shuck and jive,
yeah,
I pulled it up.
Oh,
on my little Google machine. I also pulled it up on my Safari machine.
Oh,
and I was looking at these egg prices. The average cost of a dozen eggs, just a regular dozen eggs in California, including Walmart, is somewhere between $8.50 or $9. As I continued to do the math, what I discovered, Zeus, is if you're buying 5 dozen eggs, that's going to be $45. So how is he going to sit there and claim that the average price of eggs has dropped? The math doesn't math, man.
Well, his camera went off. I was trying to get him to show us, but did you notice his camera went off?
Oh yeah, the camera went off, and I know even when the camera was going in and out, he could still hear you. And you said, go take a picture of it and go back outside, and he wouldn't do that. Then he came out talking about like he was working out, and I'm like, working out? Like, where are you working out, at a Golden Corral? And you want to sit there and talk about testosterone? You want to sit there and talk about testosterone?
You do it.
He sounded constipated, like he needed some X-Lax, like some Turbo-Lax from that movie Dumb and Dumber. And this is what I find. This is what I find just absolutely appalling about these people. They
okay, whatever rocks your boat. Got it.
they for some reason they feel the need to tell people that they are alpha males.
Yeah.
I know alpha males. They never once had to tell me that they were alpha male.
No.
I've never had to tell anybody I'm an alpha male. People just know.
Bingo.
If you have to go out and brag about it, there once again is your own male fragility.
Thank you.
Oh, I can't believe I just saw two men walking down the street kissing each other. Why are they trying to question my masculinity?
Yeah.
If you think someone's questioning your masculinity, that is your own fragile male ego being bruised.
Yeah.
Because you are that of a weak-minded individual.
Swerve is right. W Swerve. He's preaching today, and it's sad we have to cover this. It's sad we have to cover this morning because all we asked him for was some eggs, and this is where we're at now.
Yeah. Zeus, you've known me for a long time. You've been in my lives, and there's some folks down in your chat who've been in my lives. Have any of you ever seen me get on camera without a shirt or try to flex?
No.
And then not only not try to flex, but sit there and go, yeah, ain't don't no woman want to have nothing to do with you.
Exactly.
I mean, Vegas girl might, maybe Janae, because they all seem to be on the same racist platform together. But again, their own fragile ego. That dude's name was MAGA Win. You can't even come up with your own identity. And if he was still in here, I'd tell him this. I'd turn my camera on and tell him face to face. But I know I can't do that because his head is so far up Donald Trump's behind. I'm not going to see it anyway.
W Swerve, go ahead and hit him with it.
It's amazing to me.
Yeah.
They sit here, Zeus, and they blame immigrants for all the trafficking that goes on in this country. You know what I discovered?
What's that?
What I discovered was, and it was a very interesting demographic, 58% of white men in this country, 20% black men in this country, 18% Hispanic men in this country.
Oh.
And out of those three demographics, 95% of them are native-born American citizens.
Oh.
They're so quick to point the finger at everybody else, but they never want to look inward on their own community.
Yeah.
When they talk about children being harmed, oh, won't somebody please think of the children?
Yeah.
It's your community.
Yeah.
It is white men in this country who commit the most violent crimes against women, children, and their own families. But to them, because Donald Trump told them, it's the immigrants. And they just sat out there. They believed it. They were like, yeah, immigrants, bad. We don't know why, but they're bad. And you know what, Zeus? With all the jobs that have been lost behind ICE, where our crops are not getting picked, you watch what happens. We have already seen grocery prices starting to go up. And somebody tried telling me a couple days ago, said, we've taken in almost $100 billion on tariffs.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, that's great. Who paid that $100 billion? The countries? No, we did. This is why we say when Joe Biden left office, inflation was at 2.4%.
I remember.
Now it's at 2.7. And economists are predicting by the time August is over, it's going to be at 2.9.
Wow.
So prices are going up, but he want to sit here and talk about some eggs. I don't eat eggs on a daily basis.
Right.
And I got a hookup, Zeus. I can call my buddy Phil.
Yeah.
And I'll just text Phil and be like, hey, Phil, cock-a-doodle-doo.
Yeah.
And he'll respond with how many? 1 dozen. And Phil will hook me up with some eggs.
Yeah. You know, a lot of us don't have a buddy named Phil, though, right? We got to get it out of the mud.
Exactly. So that's a benefit to me, knowing my dude Phil.
Yeah.
But Okay, if you're not eating eggs for a living 3 times a day, what about your ground beef?
Yeah.
Go look at the cost of a pound, just 1 pound of ground beef from 4 months ago to the cost of what it is today. And
Right.
you'll see inflation is still happening. And Donald Trump is doing nothing to curb it. But as you say quite often, Zeus,
Yeah.
they cannot admit that their boy lied to them.
Bingo.
They can't admit it.
Didn't I do an outstanding job playing what Trump said, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And he couldn't admit Donald Trump. Wouldn't you say 65%, whatever he got in terms of that percentage, is good? Wouldn't you say that's good? And I'm going, would you accept 65% of your paycheck?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he had no answer for that.
Yeah. All of a sudden he gets hot and starts pulling off his shirt. Oh, it's getting hot here. Yeah, hell is hot.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you, Zeus, brother, between me, you, and the fence post, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna tell you right now. If you told me, hey, I'm gonna give you 98% of your paycheck, we about to have a problem. It's
Yeah.
about to be a big problem. And people like that, again, with his name being MAGA Win, cannot
Yeah.
come up with his own identity. That tells you how deep in the cult he is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just appalling.
Wow, it is, and it's disgusting that these folks are still running around here acting like all is good, when we all can see the reality is that it's not. But we're gonna keep up the great work, brother Swervin.
Absolutely, my friend. You best believe. And I want to say this before I go. I don't know if Twilight Goddess is in your guest request,
Mm-hmm.
but she has that song ready for you and Nutty.
Uh-oh.
So if you see her there, she wants to play that for you.
Fair enough. We'll do that too.
And to all you beautiful tiny people living in my telephone, let me just say, I'm gonna go ahead and drop down because my caregiver is here.
Uh-oh.
I got my Ashley back, and you all be well, you all be safe, and doggone it, have fun while you do it.
Hey. Stay safe, bro, and keep up the good work. All right, you're in good hands. All right, yes, ladies and gentlemen, show brother Swerve some love.
One more quick thing. When Nutty comes up here and he says he's not going to pitch a tent like Swerving, just remind him that he's usually on twice as long as I am, and he pitches a tent, puts up solar panels, builds a fire, he's hanging out. So Nutty needs to quit being so annoying.
I agree. I agree. No lies detected. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, everyone.
Wow, look at all that love. All right, as you all can see, it's not that difficult to get up here and simply tell the truth and shame the devil. All right, this is what shows like this are all about, ladies and gentlemen. It's about getting the truth out there and saving souls. All right, and we save souls by helping these people understand that it's okay it's okay to say Donald Trump lied to you. All right. So let's try this exercise once again. All right. Because I see Katie out there. Katie, you remind me of that one lady. What was her name? Mary? You all remember Mary, the one that kept calling me Dwayne and then throwing it in there with Grinder, Dwayne Grinder. Okay, Katie, why don't you come up here and show us whatever it is you're spamming my chat? All right, because playtime is truly over, Katie. All right, so send me a guest request, Katie, and what I'll do. What is it? Not you, not Katie V, but it's a different one out here. It's a different one. Send Big Zeus a guest request, and what I'll do is this. Oh, W Isaiah, how you doing, brother? Are you able to come up or not, brother? All right, I don't know if you can. I know it's always nice to see you passing through, but I heard and I saw what happened to you, and I was very, very concerned. If you have a little time, oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on? Wow, you are back and in the flesh, brother, man. What is up?
Man, I'm out of the sandbox.
Wow, they did you. I watched you on the video. I said they did you dirty out there. They shouldn't have did that to you. You were being peaceful and patriotic, weren't you?
That's right. I had to get in a little good trouble.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad. Did they take care of you while you was in there? I mean, how did that go? I'm pretty sure you've talked about it so much, but you never talked about it with me, right? And so, if you don't mind, could you bring the people up to speed? People might not know what happened to you, and this is your story, but we got your back over here.
Always, man. Well, first off, I'm just excited, man. I watch you almost every morning, man. I'm a big fan. So.
Oh, really? Wow. Well, listen, man, you coming up here dropping the sauce like that. I gotta go ahead and do it, ladies and gentlemen. This is a real brother out in the field doing real work in Texas. All right. All right, whipping the votes and flipping them to get the people to do what's needed to be done out in that state. All right, but yes, please continue.
Absolutely, man. So I appreciate it. So I went up there to the Texas State Capitol because they were trying to do some shenanigans with my district, and it's absurd. It's crazy. And I watch these Republicans, man, and they just are sitting on their phones. They're laughing. I mean, they're just a bunch of idiots, right?
Yeah.
I told them. So I told him what was up. Gave him a piece of my mind. Officer Pillsbury Doughboy goes and he tackles me to the ground. I mean, it was absurd. And I think he got so embarrassed from that because originally they were just going to, just let me go. They were going to tell me, to leave the room, don't come back, whatever. But he goes and he gets a call and they will go, look, we're going to put you in jail for trespassing, which I thought was crazy because we're at a Capitol that I was scheduled to speak at. They had me for resisting arrest, which never told me I was under arrest. And it was crazy. So I went to jail, and the beginning process was pretty cool. I mean, because I was an intake with the other inmates. Town hall in jail, like it was kind of cool. Asking about politics.
Wow.
And then I got peanut butter and cold bread.
Wow. They did all of that to you because you were using your free speech and it's trumped up charges. It's weaponizing the justice system to go after a brother that's on the up and up trying to do something positive in his community. Have any of them issued a public apology?
No. As a matter of fact, DPS doubled down. They said I refuse to obey. Can you imagine that?
Yeah. I didn't know when I walk out of my house that I had to report to people and obey people all of a sudden.
That's right.
Isn't that funny how they all of a sudden throw all of those conditions on you? Supposedly, you're supposed to be a free brother of color running around out here and doing whatever you need. And if you're not breaking any laws, then what's the issue? And did they charge any of those people who did that? I saw them. They tackled you. Did any of them get charged with assault?
Absolutely not. I mean, but
violence. Yeah. This is violence, and to me, were those immigrants that did that to you?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah. See, this is the problem. I mean, and you know what? I got to give you another round of applause because you were very mature when this happened. Because this could have gone in a completely different direction. It really could have. But you exercised calmness. You exercised restraint. And you were standing up for something noble. And I think what they don't realize is that your poll numbers, sir, they're going to be going through the roof. Because we don't take too kindly of folks targeting people that are doing good things out here, all right? And so we got our eyes and ears on these folks, all right? And so your resolve has been strengthened, I suppose.
Absolutely, man. I mean, it's only fired me up because I went that next day to go and confront those same Republicans that got me thrown in jail.
Yeah.
And I let them know that they weren't stopping anything. And, they're just so stupid. They just ended up making everything a lot bigger than what it was. So I guess thanks, Republicans.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of stupid folks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is to me outstanding. That they did something, they assaulted you. As far as I'm concerned, if I could get them, if I were in there and I would be able to judge them, these folks would be going to prison. They'd be sitting there and they'd have to explain, why did you think it was acceptable to put your hands on someone's son, someone's child?
Right.
Because they don't see us like that, but we're going to help them see it like that. And it's sad that they haven't issued an apology. And so now where do we go from here in terms of what are our next steps in order to help keep you get the support going to where it needs to be?
100%. I mean, I'll definitely be looking into going after those goobers to make them pay for what they did. But then it is absolutely imperative that they get to Congress and make sure that we show these Republicans that they didn't stop anything.
Thank you.
I'll be getting on this campaign trail, really hitting it hard.
Yeah.
But I'm excited because I know that when I get up there, it's going to make them crash out harder than they ever have before.
Thank you. let me ask you a question. Let me ask you one more question because I hate to do this, but I run across so many of these Trump supporters on my platform. And they hate it, and they say I'm a race baiter, and I say I'm not a race baiter. No, I'm not the one saying let's go ahead and arrest Kamala Harris and Al Sharpton and Barack Obama. I'm not the one saying that. And Oprah Winfrey, what do they have in common? They're black. I'm not saying that. Do you think if you weren't black, this would have happened?
Of course not. I mean, look, they would have probably said, "Sir, can you please exit, sir? Can you please walk out of that door, sir?" It would have been none of that. I definitely would have.
That's what I thought. They would have even probably brought you a cup of ice cold water. You sound a little parched after all of that. You need anything? That's what they would have done. See, and so this is why, ladies and gentlemen, it's very important that all of us out here, folks like myself, folks like Isaiah, y'all listen to us, because the perspectives that we have and the knowledge that we have, you're not going to get it anywhere else.
Yeah, absolutely not, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Well, listen, brother. I feel honored that you're here, bright and early. All right. What are we getting into today, if you don't mind? Is that something you can share with the people?
Yeah, actually, I got a back to school drive, so I'm going to go and help some kids get some backpacks. I got a lot of interviews and stuff, and just getting around the district. So long day.
Oh wow! So you're actively involved in your community.
That's right. Imagine that.
Wow. I got to give you a round of applause. Now, people are asking how come they can't send you gifts. I think I know why. But if you don't mind, could you tell them why they can't send you gifts and then what they can do to help support what you're standing for? Because I think this is also equally important.
Absolutely. Well, running for Congress, they won't let you accept gifts. I don't need Pam Blondie or whatever the hell her name is, come after me.
They call her Scam Blondie, but yeah, you're right.
Blondie.
Yeah, they call her Scam Blondie because she hasn't released the e-files.
Right. Mm-hmm. So if folks want to support the campaign, they can go to isaiahmartin.org, ISAIAHMARTIN.org. That way we keep Blondie off of our backs. So.
Thank you. All right. Well, listen. I don't want to hold you up too long, but I honestly am very honored, sir, that you took time out of your busy day to get on the platform and help get us all, on the same page as you and update us on this recent atrocity that I'm going to go ahead and say it's the Trump administration being weaponized and targeting brothers out here who are truly trying to do things to help protect the kids. It's sad to see, honestly. Yeah, well.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to fight back against them, Zeus. I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you as well. Oh, my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, let's give Brother Isaiah a huge, huge round of applause. All right. I'll be seeing you, all right? And keep up the great work.
All right.
All right. All right. You too. Oh, my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, wow. It's moments like that where, you go, wow, I'm so glad I decided to do the show once again, because you just never know. No matter how many times I try to prepare for things to happen, every morning, things like that is just incredible. Again, Isaiah, make sure you go and follow him. Make sure you're supporting him. This is a young man out here, really boots on the ground, doing the real work. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know what, but if you were to say this is what a Christian is, someone that's actually, doing the will of God, that's somebody doing the will of God, protecting the children. Got my support, champ. Seriously, I wish I was, when I was his age, I do wish I was that in tune and tapped in. All right, let's go ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Who do we have next, ladies and gentlemen? Put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter, and what we'll do is we'll try to get you right on up here. All right, and we'll try to help get you out of the cult, all right, because obviously you see, it's not about the poll numbers, it's really about the work, and it's the Democrats, honestly, who are saving this country from the evil destruction of the current Trump administration. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. If you're a Trump supporter, I'll bring you right on up real quickly. All right. I'm gonna see if I can get somebody else to come up here real quick, and then we'll go back to the mutuals. All right. Yeah. Okay. So trolls, I'm gonna go ahead and do you a favor, trolls, and you're gonna get the block because I don't even like that. I don't even know what the heck you're saying. Yeah. Get them out of here. Yes, donate IsaiahMartin.org for Congress. Texas 18. That's a good one. Yes. Zeus, you lost and lied about everything. Teddy, brother Teddy, I can't even send you. I can't even bring you up. Yes. Please help Isaiah. Yep. Yes. Good one, Don. All right. Put a one in the chat. Or if you're a Trump supporter. Yeah. Yes, thank you. Yeah, go up there. I tried to bring Teddy up, but Teddy can't come up. All right. So what we'll do is we will who is this? Who is this? Lauren Boberty. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm not a Trump supporter, but my parents are, and I just don't get it. They think that he's saving Israel from God. You know, God put him on this earth to save Israel, and I'm
Your
thinking
parents?
yeah,
Where are your parents at?
they're in New York, which is shocking, because that's like Trump's big state, New York, New Jersey. He loves those places. And I remember when I was a kid, I got a letter in the mail and I thought this was a joke. Come to the New Jersey pageant, try out at Trump Tower. And I thought that was a joke. And, little did I know, what he does is at Trump Tower is he corrals little girls, young girls in bathing suits or in tight clothing, and then does his thing.
You think Trump does? You think Trump does that?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
Does your parents know that? Because
they don't believe it. They don't believe it. They think
parents letting kids down. That should be I should do a show on that. Parents who have let their kids down.
I've seen it. I've seen him do it to Ivanka, and then when you hear about the Epstein files and why he's not releasing them, it's because it's all that plus more.
Yeah.
A recent poll showed that his approval rating is at 38%, whereas Nixon's was 39%. That's really close and quite alarming that he's shitting around.
We gotta keep it clean. I gotta keep it clean.
He's doing the same as Nixon, but worse.
Yeah.
And more obvious because he's just so outspoken on social media, whereas Nixon didn't have, social media, Elon Musk. And it just disgusts me that a convicted felon is our president, that I was on a MAGA Live last night and they think that he was saved by God. And that he's not a convicted felon because he didn't incite January 6th. It was Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, which is clearly not true. And they keep, saying such lies and, denouncing the truth. And it's just heartbreaking for me because like Eugene Carroll's, like she's a great outspoken person on this. And, my biggest concern is environmental issues. When you go outside, it's 120 to 140 degrees.
Yeah.
Or there's unaliving going out in your streets or your school or your city under Trump, and he's not doing anything. He's not being vocal about it. It really is heartbreaking that we don't have a president. We have somebody who's just playing games in the White House and, provoking violence around the world and telling people that they should own a pew kids in schools and stuff. And I can't take it anymore.
Can I ask you a question? Because you've covered a lot of territory. What do you say about, there's a lot of women out here that are defending Donald Trump, even though there's all this information out there about his ties to Epstein, right?
Uh-huh.
What do you say to those women? All right, because to me, I believe this is kind of, they're like the Achilles heel right now of all of this stuff. I think if these women would stop, this actually could begin some real serious progress being made in the country. But for some reason, it just seems like they don't have the ability, or do they not have the strength, perhaps, to look at this and say, if it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, well, darn it, it's a duck, right?
Yeah. I think they just need to open their eyes and see the truth. Read a freaking book. Stop believing Fox News, CNN, NPR, all that nonsense.
Get it out of here, right? Read
exactly.
a book.
We need to throw it in the trash.
Mm.
Like, you know, Trump for Halloween. I was a former Trump supporter who was like,
you were?
Yeah.
You were a former Trump supporter.
For Halloween, yes.
For Halloween or really?
I was a zombie. I turned into a zombie and I put toilet paper in my hair.
Wow.
And I drew like black smoke on my face because I was.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild, honestly, Lauren. Oh my God. Now, why do you have the name Lauren Boberti real quick? Because that threw me off.
I'm making fun of her. Well,
Okay.
My first name is Lauren. My last name is not Bombardi, but I was making fun of that politician for multiple reasons because she's aligned herself with Trump. She says a lot of garbage about Trump. She tells all women that Trump's for women. She tries to convince the general public that Trump's saving America.
Mm-hmm.
So just because of that, I just said, what the heck? I'm going to take her last name and kind of like, put her out there.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Now, one last question. People are asking, did you ever vote for Donald Trump? Yes or no?
I was close to it during the first time he ran. And that was actually a very interesting thought because I did erase that was the first election that I was very close to saying I was going to.
Mm-hmm.
But then as I'm entering the polls, somebody at the polling booth said to me, a vote for Donald Trump would erase the women's vote. And I said, what? I'm a woman. I can vote. We got our amendment,
The polling place said this to you.
Well, a woman who was anti-Trump said it to me at the polling place who was campaigning for Hillary, and I wasn't for Hillary either. I don't like her. So she and the third party candidate wasn't really advertising themselves. So I actually didn't even vote. I walked into the polling booth. I didn't fill out my ballot, didn't complete my affidavit ballot, and when I got home a couple weeks later, my ballot came back as incomplete. So it didn't even finish because I was debating about Trump at the time because I saw him as a clean slate. I didn't see him as a convicted felon or somebody that incited January 6th,
You didn't. Well, that was his first term. So here's the thing. I'm going to say I'm glad you didn't do that because that would have been something that I would have gotten, I would have been feeling a certain type of way about. But I'm going to ask that you do me a huge favor. Could you make sure you tell your parents about me, Big Zeus, and tell them I would like to talk to them one of these days about the harm that they've done to you, all right, in terms of how they're still backing someone who we all can see is clearly a terrible person, because I still believe that the harm they've done is still having an impact on you right
Absolutely.
now. Right?
Yeah, and I don't get how he's for peace in the Middle East and peace in the world.
He's not. He's just going to lie and lie and lie, all right? And so with that, you get them here. We're going to follow up and finish up that conversation, all right? And then I'm going to have to move it on to our next guest, all right, my good friend?
All right, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Lauren Boberti. Thank y'all. Send them here, though. I need to talk to them. All right, please send them here because these folks got to stop doing this. And this is something I wanted to make sure I say to all of you, Angus out there, DJ, and all these other people out there. When you get out here and you indoctrinate your children with religion and then you mix it up with politics and you do something like say, oh yeah, Donald Trump, he's the right person. He's the person God chose. Look at the harm you've done. This stuff takes generations to correct. All right. It doesn't automatically self-correct. This is generations of trauma, generations of harm that you parents out here have done to your kids because of your blind loyalty to this disgusting, vile human being who we all see has the Epstein curse. And I call it the Epstein curse because if you look at him right now, he's losing his hearing, his hand, he has the Epstein cursed hand, and then you look at those ankles, all right? And so what I want to do, I want to talk to the parents, all right? W. Zeus. All right. Oh, people are getting triggered by what I'm saying? You're getting triggered by the way that I'm running my show? You think that I'm being too harsh on Donald Trump? Well, maybe you didn't hear me at the top of the show.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now.
Yeah.
Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
All right, all right. And so listen, yeah, you just need to leave this live if you don't like what I'm saying and like what I'm, like what the guests are saying. All right, let's go ahead and bring up somebody I know the crowd really, really loves. Good morning, Brother Nutty. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. First of all, I was going to get on Mr. Cockadoodle Doo, but since Isaiah came up here, Cockadoodle Doo, you got one more day of a reprieve. So anyway, I actually
who is Cockadoodle Doo?
Oh, it's definitely swerving.
Oh,
Mr. Cockadoodle Doo. So anyway, yes, y'all, listen. Isaiah Martin is running for the seat in the 18th congressional district of Texas. That is the seat where the late Sheila Jackson Lee held. Sheila Jackson Lee is a legend, was a legend. She has big shoes to fill. So it is important that Texas, especially Houston, we need you. We know Ken Paxton. We know the state legislature. We know that they want to cancel your votes. We know this in Houston because look what they did the last election, the previous election, especially there in Houston. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, almost 1 million votes were canceled in Houston.
That's ungodly. Why would they do that? Why would they do that?
Because Houston, the largest city in Tejas, has a diverse community. And that diverse community, Zeus, they don't tend to really go, their way, the Republican way. So That's why they do that.
Wow.
Yes, they have a lot of Hispanics there, but it is a diverse community. And I call the city a community and Houston proper. So he's running to represent the 18th congressional district that the late Sheila Jackson Lee was the congresswoman of. She held that seat for a very long time. She was a champion of the people, for the people, and by the people. Not only did she represent the United States, because y'all, this is what we can't forget that, yes, Texas is going to elect that congressional district, that representative, but when you are in Congress, you're still representing all of us. So putting Isaiah in that seat to fill the shoes of she's gone now, but of a legend.
Yeah.
A legend who fought not just for Texas.
Yes.
But Sheila Jackson Lee, she fought for all of us. People she has never met before.
Amen.
He was a fighter. So it's important to put someone in that seat that's going to continue the legacy of the late Sheila Jackson Lee. Don't be like George Bush. Don't be like George Bush.
Amen.
When Thurgood Marshall left us, what did he do? He nominated Clarence Thomas. Yes, Clarence Thomas. Now, do you think Clarence Thomas could even equate anywhere to a Thurgood Marshall?
Absolutely not.
Don't be like George Bush. Do not allow Texas to put someone in that seat that's not going to represent their predecessor. Sheila Jackson Lee was a great, great humanitarian and a great representation of the people. And she cared and she loved her community. So let's get Isaiah elected. Because Texas...
Tell him, Nutty.
It's on you.
W, Nutty.
Yeah, it's on you, Texas. So y'all gotta love more than just your own pocketbooks.
Amen.
Y'all gotta love more than just your own community around you. Think about people that aren't being thought of. So yeah, we all watched that video of Isaiah being taken down.
Yeah.
We all watched it. and it was abhorrent. But anyway, Zeus. So yeah, how's it going today, sir?
Another day, tending to the affairs like any other day. What about you?
Man, listen. So I don't know if MAGA is still wanting to call themselves MAGA or come up with a different name, because I swear they are. Well, they've never had a mind, but whatever peanut of a brain they had, they're losing it.
Yeah.
They're losing it, because I don't know, Zeus, I need to understand. Help me understand. I've been asking you this a lot lately. Help me understand. Why is it that the Epstein files, why is it that's their breaking point? All of the evil, all of the harm, all of the things this man has done, but yet it's the Epstein files that's breaking. No, granted, I want them broken.
Yeah.
I want them broken. They need to be broken.
Yeah.
So by any means necessary, let's break this curse.
Same here. Same here.
But
it's a curse.
But why is it the Epstein files that's doing it, though? Because they can't see the evil behind this man.
MAGA, why is it the files? Because, I think it is because this is something that hits so close to home. It's how they like to say it's the immigrants that are doing these things to the women and children. They know that it's not the immigrants that are doing it, like the people that are in their community, and they know exactly who I'm talking about, right?
Zeus, Zeus, I'm sorry to interrupt you, brother.
Yeah.
But Ange just said something in the comments that's blowing my mind.
What's that?
So she said that they think that Democrats are in the files too. But see, here's the problem with that statement. We don't care.
Bingo.
If the Democrats are in those files,
yeah,
and they have been proven to have done something wrong, send they nasty behinds to jail too.
W Nutty. Yeah. We don't discriminate.
That's the thing. We don't care.
No.
Because if you are a predator, you are a predator. A predator doesn't have a D or an R or an I next to it. A predator is a predator is a predator.
Bingo. Yeah. Yeah.
And if y'all want to protect kids so much, you shouldn't care what that letter is next to their name. You should say you want to prey on kids, P-R-E-Y on kids, then I'm going to P-R-E-Y on you and send your nasty behind to jail.
Amen. Don't get on Nutty and try to act like you have a problem with what Nutty is saying. Anyone that has a problem with what Nutty is saying, you know what they say? Check their hard drive. W Zeus. If you got a problem with what Nutty is saying, something is wrong with you.
Zeus, with all due respect, sir.
Talk to him.
If they have a problem with what I'm saying, all they have to do is hit the guest request, and like Kamala Harris said, come say it. If you got something to say to me, say it to my face.
Amen. Yeah, that part. Yeah, but they don't want to do that because here's the thing. You get up here and they start arguing against what you're saying. Everyone's going to conclude that this person is sick. That's how this works. And they know that. So they sit in the comment section, and I see their little ridiculous comments. All right. And they go, oh, okay, nobody's going to see us. No, we see you for what you are, a sick and twisted person.
Listen. I don't want to hear anything from them because we know it's not about the children.
Yeah.
Because if it were about the children, Zeus, when Sandy Hook happened, we would have gotten legislation to make sure nothing happens like that again.
Right.
If it were about children, Zeus, they wouldn't have passed a bill that millions of dollars out of the home for parents to feed their kids, Zeus.
Yeah.
If it were about children, Zeus.
Talk to them.
They wouldn't be going after the Department of Education, which we know the Department of Education doesn't bring down curriculum. That's at the state and local level. That all they do is make sure that the school districts are compliant to federal law.
Right.
If it were about children, Zeus, we wouldn't be on this app arguing for children.
Thank you.
If it were truly about children, they wouldn't be going after children and putting them in alligator Alcatraz. They wouldn't be going to New York City and talking to children without having an adult present. They wouldn't be going after children and ripping them from their parents' hands to deport the parents, and then where are the children left?
Yeah. Exactly.
It's never been about children.
Come in legally, buddy. That's
Hold
the
on.
law.
You know what? I'm going to need you to come in here illegally. I need you to come in here legally before you get deported with no due process.
Thank you. Gummy, come
We
on now.
need to
Gummy. Don't use
what?
slurs. Don't use slurs. Do not use slurs. I said don't use them.
Signaling.
Okay. Now, can you introduce who you are? And listen, introduce who you are and where you're from. Act American.
I don't debate.
Act American. Act American. He can't act American.
He can get his punk ass out of here.
Oh,
you're a punk ass.
He can
Okay.
get his punk ass out of here. Yeah.
Go live in Cuba. See.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So Gummy, this is what I'm going to do. You're the second MAGA male to get on my platform today, and just show us you do not have the ability to control yourself.
You know what's interesting, Bruce?
What's that?
He came up here not to argue what I was saying. He came up here because he was triggered. Why was he triggered, Zeus? Because what's the saying? A hit dog will always do what, Zeus?
Holler, W. I don't know how women are attracted to that. I don't get it.
He is the hit dog. So notice he came up here. We don't know who he is because then I would send everybody after him to look at his profile and to see how many kids he's around because I guarantee you he's a predator.
That's nutty saying that.
That's hollering.
That's why I was trying to at least give him some sort of kind of, okay, listen, we don't know who you are, what's bothering you, but let us know where you're coming from. He couldn't do that, and it was just straight nasty, straight vile, straight.
Because what did I say for him not to agree with it? Because all I said is, we don't care who's on that list.
Thank
you.
you.
We don't care. If they did something wrong, prosecute them.
Yeah. Thank you. And anyone that disagrees with that means there's something really wrong with you inside. Inside, there's something wrong with you. If you disagree with that, that's common sense.
The hit dog is hollering.
Yeah.
Bow, wow, wow. Yippee-ki-yay. And I won't finish the rest, but y'all know the rest.
I do know the rest. I do.
But there it is right there, MAGA. That's who you're representing.
Mm-hmm.
That's who represents you. That's who you are. Don't tell me it's about the kids. It's never been about the kids.
It's never been about the gas prices. It's never been about the economy. It's never been about immigration. It's about this behavior, this predatory behavior that the male species in MAGA seems to have harnessed within themselves for generations. And it's starting to come out in ways you just never thought. Whether it's, you find them at the store getting eggs, and then guess what? That behavior comes out when they're, take their clothes off and sweating and trying to tell you they go to the gym. No, you don't. You don't go to the gym and work out.
Zeus, I apologize to you, sir, but this demon is in the comments.
Who?
Vegas girl. She's like, so if Obama was on the list, you wouldn't say fake news. You know what, Vegas girl? Ooh, you lucky we on Zeus's platform. You lucky we on Zeus's platform, Vegas, because I called you out from day one. I called you out from day one. We knew that you were the fraud that you are, that you've shown yourself to be.
Yeah.
So guess what, Vegas girl? You used Obama because you know Obama was the only administration that didn't have anybody arrested in his administration. You used Obama because he's a black man and you're a racist. So guess what, Vegas girl? If Barack Hussein Obama is on that list and Barack Hussein Obama was found to have done something nefarious to children, put his nasty behind in jail too.
Yeah,
so
but they won't do
that.
that.
Enough for you, Vegas girl?
They're trying to charge Obama not with that, but with treason. And have they put him in jail for that treason that they're accusing him of?
If all these people have committed the crimes, why hasn't Pam Bondi gone after them? Why? Tell me that, MAGA. Why? Why haven't there been any arrests? If Beyonce got paid $11 million for a dance party that she didn't dance at, why hasn't she been arrested? If Kamala did something wrong when she was the presidential nominee, Why hasn't she been arrested? Because we know they don't care what position you hold. They're going after everyone. Why haven't they been arrested, you morons?
That's nutty. You're saying a lot without saying a lot, and I was reading it on X. There's literally Trump supporters. They wake up every day and post another day. No one's been arrested. I'm so sad. I'm so disappointed in Donald Trump. And this is MAGA, Mr. President. This is your DOJ. Do something. And he's not going to do anything. He's not.
And you know, Zeus, and I was one of them. I didn't think a DOJ could be as bad as the DOJ that we had under Bill Barr.
Yeah.
I wish we had Bill Barr today.
Yeah, ain't that something?
Because Bill Barr, even though he was still in Trump's pocket, there was a limit to how much of that pocket he was going to be in. Mm-hmm. And when Bill Barr told the truth about the election, that's when Bill Barr became persona non grata.
Yeah.
But now we have an attorney general.
Yeah.
The reason why those files have not been released, breaking news.
Uh-oh.
Because Scam Bondi, she's also in the files.
Oh! Now that's breaking news. And I got to look into that, entertainment purposes only. But you know what, MAGA?
Entertainment purposes only.
We got to.
Speaking facts. Scam Bondi was in the files. She's in the files because I'm not saying she did anything wrong. Let me make myself clear.
Yeah.
But she met Donald Trump because of Jeffrey Epstein, just like Melania, his wife. Y'all want to tell the truth and shame the devil? Let's do it.
Ooh. Well,
Bring out all the news.
Wow. Well, listen, Nutty, I got to get you out of here, brother. You're locking and loading around here, and you got them real triggered this morning. All right. All right. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Nutty a huge round of applause. Oh, he got up out of here. Yeah, Scam Blondie. They call her Scam Blondie. I didn't come up with that. Laura Loomer called her that because she's not releasing the Epstein files, even though she promised that she would release them. All right, W. Dolphin. So are you here to apologize to me, Vegas girl?
Why would I apologize? Hold on, I got to turn down my music. Hold on.
Well, I'll tell you why.
Hold on, hold on. I can't hear.
Oh, you can't hear? Okay.
I can hear. I just got to turn down my music. I have music going on. I'm getting ready for work.
Okay. But I'll tell you why you should apologize, because I'm still hurt by what you said to me.
What did I say?
When I asked you, why would you hang out with a person that's racist and saying nasty things, and your response was, as long as they're not doing it to me, it's okay. That hurt me. That hurt me when you said that.
I didn't say that.
Okay, so you want to clean that up then? Because that's what you said to me.
No, that's not what I said. I said that I don't believe that they're racist.
No, but if I tell you somebody used a slur that's offensive, and then what is your response?
Listen, I was told by someone on this app, a black woman, that white people cannot determine what's racist and what's not racist. So it gets a bit confusing.
You know what's racist and what's not racist. Come on now, let's be honest. You're an adult. You're an adult, all right? But I need you to at least think about what you're doing in terms of the harm that you have caused recently with your statements and your behavior. I'm not talking about you being because you're not holding people that should be held accountable. And you're engineering scenarios with me and other Democrats that don't make any sense. What is your issue with the Democrats?
What do you mean? Well, I mean,
you don't have an issue with us.
Who's the leader? I don't really have an issue with you personally. I don't care what you do or say.
You don't have an issue with the Democrats in general, but yet you spend a lot of time bashing the Democrats, and you obviously said you used to be one that was on the left.
I don't. Well, you guys said I was MAGA now, so because I dare speak out against the Democratic Party.
No, I don't think
I'm
that's
still
why.
waiting to find out who the leader of the Democratic Party is right now.
Well, why don't you just basically look at it in a different way. Do you need someone to tell you what's right and wrong, or do you think that should be
No,
something you should be
but
able to determine on your own?
oh, I do. I think the people that I hang out
Okay.
with on the right are lovely people. I think they're good human beings. I don't think they're racist at all.
Okay, that's your opinion, but I don't believe that. All right, especially when I've seen other things like, you hear some of the things they say about people of color, right? And you just have to say to yourself, how could you really say someone that's running around using the N-word all the time is a good person, especially in a derogatory way? How could you say someone that's running around here not supporting and defending the children is a good person, especially when they profess to be a Christian, Vegas girl? I mean, do you not see the hypocrisy in what you're doing?
No.
Okay, and see now, and so you put me in a predicament, honestly, because I gotta be a respectful guy. I'm still going to be respectful, regardless of who I interact with. I have standards, but I also have boundaries. All right, and when I realize that a person is bringing some sort of negative energy, some bad vibes, I gotta cut ties. And you decided you were going to block me, and I said, okay.
I didn't block you.
You blocked me. You blocked me.
I blocked you on your main account.
Both of them. Because you said I'm a difficult person to deal with, right?
I
Something
didn't
along
say
those.
that. I think I said you were annoying.
Oh, okay.
But you are sometimes. I'm annoying too. Who gives a shit?
Oh well, listen. There you go, cursing, because you acting like. Okay, so
sorry. Who gives a crap?
So, with that being said, a person they're unstable in their ways. The good book talks about somebody that's unstable or someone
I'm not
who's
unstable.
in the middle. Then we're just going to have to, do what we do with you, so to speak. But since you've been kind of respectful to a certain degree, what is it that really got you to want to send a guest request up here this morning? All right, because I don't know what else I can do with you. What is it that you want the kingdom to address?
Well, I mean, when I hear people mention my name or bring it up, I mean, I just, I have to come up. I'm curious because I think people like Nutty and other people, they're really tough in your lives, but yet they never go into MAGA lives with all of their tough guy attitude and stuff like that. They never do.
Okay, all right. Well, let me ask a question. Where's MAGA at? Don't I ask MAGA to come up here?
Oh, there's MAGA in here right now.
No. Don't I ask your friends to come on up here and talk? Right? You see me do this. I'm Monday through Friday, same time slot. MAGA, come on up here. Does MAGA come up here, Vegas girl?
Part of the problem.
No, MAGA. I mean, Vegas. I called you MAGA. I'm so sorry. Well, it's probably
You can
true.
call me MAGA. I don't care.
Wow, W Zeus. Wow. So you're wearing your badge with honor. Wow, that's incredible. No. So why doesn't MAGA come up here? Because I'll talk to you about why Nutty and them don't come up here. No. But your energy should be directed towards MAGA. You should be getting up here and saying, MAGA, I left the left to come support you. Get up here and talk to Zeus and all of the people in the kingdom. Quit being scared. That's what you should have did.
I don't think they're scared of you. I just don't think they want to waste their time coming over here, maybe.
Okay, so Vegas girl, I'm going to give you, this is...
Let me just say this though, because this is like the thing.
Let me say this real quickly.
Okay, because you're the host.
The excuse you just gave all of your friends. Why doesn't Nutty and all the other ones get to use that excuse? Maybe they don't want to waste their time. You ever thought about the stuff you say?
I don't know when.
Have you ever thought about the stuff you're saying, Vegas girl, and understanding?
Janae was in your live, and you wouldn't bring her up. You said you didn't want to talk to her.
So
what do you expect people to do when you say you don't want to talk to them?
Oh, okay. So you're on here. You're here on behalf of Jay Bear.
No.
You're her criminal defense lawyer, so to speak. I get it, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why, Vegas girl.
I watch Law and Order. I probably could be an attorney.
Okay, well could you get this message to her? And,
no, I don't
and her
deliver
ilk?
messages.
No, you do. Could you get this message to her? Can you get this message to her and her ilk? All right. I don't like wasting my time either.
Okay.
So that's part one, but I'm going to give you some more. Just, I really shouldn't say these things.
You can say whatever you want.
I'm going to give you something to say to them. I'm going to give you something to say to them. I don't like wasting my time with them because, in my opinion, they're all stone cold, in your face liars. They're hypocrites. They profess to be things that they're not, which I believe is truly ungodly in many aspects. And it actually could be considered one of the sins that the Bible says is unforgivable. Blasphemy. These are some No, I wasn't done, Vegas girl. I want you to
I'm
give this
sorry.
to them because
Okay.
they sit around here and they screen record me on post.
Do they? Okay.
No, am I lying?
I have no idea. I
Vegas
don't.
girl,
I don't know how to
if you were
record
put under
stuff.
oath, would
Uh-huh.
you be able to honestly tell people you don't know that they do these things to me? They accuse me and the brethren and the sisters in the kingdom of things that are not true. All
Well,
right?
let me ask you a question.
And then hold on, I wasn't done.
Okay.
And if they ask to come onto my show, I have rules. And everyone has to follow those rules. They never can, which proves to me they don't have the abilities to actually self-control. They're not respectful people. These are some nasty folks in my opinion. So why
I
would I want to
disagree.
But did I ask you if you agreed or disagreed? I want you to give that message to them. So could you do that?
No. I mean, if they're recording and
Okay.
stuff like you say, then they'll.
Okay.
Then they'll.
All right. Well,
But
here's the
I do
deal.
want to ask you a question. Why is it? Because I feel like you say that you want diversity in your life, you want to hear from MAGA, yet as soon as we say stuff, you mute us. I'm muted for the entire live. That's part of the reason why I came up here.
Oh.
I mean, and it doesn't make sense to me.
No,
I don't.
okay.
I don't say racist stuff in your comments. I've never said anything racist to you.
Well, you can't say that, but I would
Yeah, I
say
can.
actions. Do you think actions speak louder than words?
You're
No,
gonna go back to the,
no, Vegas girl.
no.
We're having
I don't think my actions
so
on
so
this
if
app
okay, so let me break
are
it down to
racist
you.
at
If
all.
you see your husband, I don't know if you're married or not, right? But
You
whoever
know
you're in a
I'm
relationship,
married. Stop.
if they're cheating on you and you see the video footage of them doing something, and then they come to you and they say that's not me, and no, I wasn't doing anything, or I was just expecting I was expecting the pipes. Those actions and those words don't quite align, correct?
Okay, first of all,
No.
my husband would cheat on
Could
me,
you at
so
least could you
that's
answer
not
the
really an
question?
That's not really a
Vegas
thing.
girl,
My
Vegas
husband
girl.
wouldn't cheat on me.
What?
My husband would never cheat on me. I mean, maybe you have relationship issues. I don't. I've been married, God, how many years?
32?
Since I've been married since
32 years.
1999.
Okay, just say 32 years. That's the standard thing, and then we find out your partner's on Grindr and his name is Dwayne and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
my husband's not like that, but go ahead.
Okay, all right, all
I
right.
think you're projecting.
Okay, I'm just letting you know what I've heard because
You haven't heard
a lot of women
anything.
like Vegas girl, and I didn't want to get into relationship Zeus mode, but now you got me here. I've dealt with a lot of women just like you. They come to me in pain and in distress, and they never say exactly why, but they're acting up and they're doing things. But then as I get to know them, then they start to confess to me, I'm having relationship issues, marital issues, and things like that. And so that's kind of why I'm saying what I'm saying to you. When a woman says things like my husband would never, that's when I go, okay, and I
I'm sorry,
love.
where did you
Okay,
get your
okay, because
degree from? So you're a marriage
okay, no,
counselor
okay,
now?
okay. Well, I need you to go think about this. Are humans perfect?
My mom's perfect. I will say that. My mom's a saint. Just like I'm sure your
Okay.
mom is too.
So Vegas. No, I would never go as far
Oh,
as to say that.
my
I would
mom's a
no
saint.
Vegas girl. I would never go because I would. My question to you, Vegas girl, and I got to move it on. And I think there's a
Of
couple of folks.
course.
I have a couple of folks that I think want to actually talk to you a little bit too, if you don't mind, because I got a little bit of time. I'll say
Sure.
this. I'll
As
say
long as
this.
they're polite.
No. I'll say this real quick. Vegas girl.
Uh-huh.
And this happens with MAGA all the time. I asked you a quick question, yes or no. Just give it to me, right? Are humans perfect? What was your answer?
I said my mom. I think my mom's perfect.
Okay, so stop right there. Was that an answer to my question?
I
No,
answered your question.
Vegas,
You don't like my
Vegas,
answer.
no, Vegas girl. Was that an answer to my question?
Yeah. I love my mom. My mom is perfect.
Let me ask the audience. Hold on, real quick.
I think it's okay
Hold on,
to
Vegas
think
girl.
that
Hold on, Vegas girl. Hold on.
Yeah.
To the chat. Did Vegas girl answer my question when I asked her yes or no? Let's just see what the audience says.
Yes,
No, Vegas
ask
girl,
your
Vegas
cult-
girl, Vegas girl, please, please,
Okay, let's ask your cult
please,
members.
please, Vegas girl. Look at the chat. Look at it. They said no. A lot of folks in here listening. Over 1,000 people in here. Vegas girl. No. This is the problem, Vegas girl, with folks like yourself and mainly MAGA. When the truth is staring you dead in your face, you do that thing where you start talking about something I had never even mentioned. I never asked you, was your mom perfect? I never did. So why are you doing that? And you know what that reminded me of? It's like when Donald Trump said, I never went to the island. You get what's going on here, Vegas girl? And normally I would charge you $400 an hour to talk to you like this and to give you this information. I would normally charge you $400. And I feel like you didn't go and follow the steps in order to get this kind of counseling. Instead, you come on my show trying to get free counseling. All right? So I want you to let that sink in, all right? And do me a favor going forward. Practice listening and practice answering questions that are asked of you, not going into these other spaces, because I'm an active listener, all right? I go off of what people say and then I try to get clarification. And when I can't get the clarification that I need, I have no other choice but to conclude you're either intentionally trying to deceive me or you are basically incompetent. Now, which one is it out of those two? Are you intentionally trying to deceive me, Vegas girl?
What am I trying to deceive you
Okay,
about?
so it's the other. It's incompetence.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm completely stupid and brainwashed and brain dead. So bring up the two people that want to yell at me, please.
No. This is simple stuff. This is simple stuff. I mean, you asked me. You asked questions
my
about
two
why.
favorite people.
Yeah. This
What
is
are
easy to
they?
do.
Nothing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
I like that I'm your favorite person.
and Vegas girl, go back to your colony and you show them that Zeus was able to actually.
Colony.
Yeah, go back to them and tell them that Zeus actually showed you that he can talk to anybody without crashing out.
Why would I have to if they're recording your live right now?
Didn't you just say they don't do that?
They are.
That's what you said. No, I don't know if they do.
So Ange and Shay, could you guys, could you both? I'm sorry, you ladies, could you, if you don't
Janae's
mind?
recording us.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
We'll make content in about 2 hours.
Yeah,
and you'll love it, and you'll get to make.
No, Vegas girl, please. I brought them up for a reason.
Okay.
My question is, Vegas girl, you probably know the answer to this, but do you remember what happened on May 25th of 2020 with Derek Chauvin and the man that he unalived?
Yeah. I watched it.
Okay. So, obviously, word on the TikTok streets was that you were hanging around with people that were using slurs and whatnot.
For what? What are you talking about? Are you talking about when they had that picture up?
Let me get to where I'm going. Okay, I'll just get there quicker then. Okay. So I scrolled through a live that you were in with all of those people.
Okay.
And the background was, and this was on May 25th, and the background was happy 5 years sober to George Floyd.
Yeah.
Why would you sit up there with that background? Were you cool with that?
No, I told him I thought it was disrespectful.
I would hop down. I would have never, ever even gone up.
Really? Well, let me ask you a question there.
Vegas girl.
I answered your question.
Vegas girl.
Can I not ask questions?
Yeah, you can, but I want to interject something. I want you to understand what Ange did was she's giving you some feedback that basically shows that there's something about what you did, action speaking louder than words, right? And the way that I interpreted it was you're promoting this racist behavior. Now, what is your question? Because that's what everyone else listening to this.
So my question to Ange is, the first time when I came up here and everybody was talking to me when all of this stuff started.
Mm-hmm.
I went in, I believe it was Dane's live.
Mm-hmm.
You came in there crying and upset because, and you also told me you didn't agree with what Zeus and all of them did. You did say you felt like they kind of ganged up on me. Let me finish. And then you can say whatever you want because you have a right to defend yourself. But I'm going to call BS out because you're kind of, I get called two-faced. You're kind of two-faced as well.
No,
we
I'm
can
not.
we can talk about that off that. Okay.
Vegas,
Because I can bring
Vegas,
I can bring
Vegas,
in
Vegas,
when
Vegas,
People
stuff
find me
is
much
Vegas.
more credible than
So
you,
so
but that's
let
okay.
me just say this.
Vegas.
You were crying because you said that some of your friends had not reached out to you when your friend Cece died, and you were upset about it.
That is correct.
And then the very next day, those same people were in your life, and you're laughing with them.
You want to know why? Because they saw that I was upset and they reached out to me.
And I actually
that's
felt
what
bad
happens.
for you and reached out to you too, and you gave me your phone number, and then had one of your moderators, block me.
I didn't have them do it. They must have done it. I didn't ask anybody to do it. But if you were in there, I don't know what you said or why they chose to block
And
me.
then also too, let me just lay this out. That next day before I was blocked, I was in your live, and you said, after we had a nice conversation, you said that
Vegas.
you don't understand what's going on with me. You're watching me. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking? I'm sorry.
Because a lot, that was between May and when? End of June, early July. A lot had transpired. I'd sat there and watched the George Floyd thing because Cece died on May 16th. And then I sat there and I just saw you sitting over them. Were you over there too for the alligator comments and how
I
they
wasn't
taste good
I
to
wasn't in
Mexicans?
that
Okay, well,
live.
those are the people that you are hanging out with. And that was where I should have drawn the line. I know that you know what happened. It was all over the internet, though. I should have drawn the line far, far, far before that. But the George Floyd incident and this latest thing with how Mexicans are probably pretty tasty to alligators, and we're just going to season them up a little bit and toss them out there. Those were where, if you could not draw the line, Vegas girl, I don't know what else to tell you. And also, let's go back to a couple of years ago. You were DMing me, right? Similar, like with Zeus, and accusing me of recording this Maverick person who I didn't even know who existed. You wrote me a nasty message, correct? You blocked me. So I said, fine, I'll go to my other account. I went to my other account, I wrote you back, and you said something nasty, and you blocked me. And then all this, yes. And then all of a sudden, you kind of came around, and everybody started to think, and you had said, you realized that you were not on the right side of history here anymore. And then I don't know what the heck happened.
And again, this is
some
to
stuff
me.
that's
Hold on.
happened outside of TikTok
Hold on.
That was on DMs.
Vegas girl, hold on. I entertained that, but I didn't really care. What you and Ange have going on, that's honestly y'all business, just like whatever you have going on. The thing you did that I'm really concerned about was we brought up the issue about you supporting people who are being racist. You're going up in there and you're hanging out with them, and we're on to something that has that's nothing to do with the original question. Do you understand what the issues are that I'm trying to make sure you're focused on?
I understand, but I've already answered your question several times.
No.
I don't believe. Let me make this very clear. And if you need to clean your ears out, please do.
You see how I've never heard you talk to the people on the right this way.
Nope, she doesn't.
I've never heard you, but for some strange reason, you have no problem taking off on me.
I'm answering your same question, and I feel like you're going to keep trying to ask me the same question to try to
Why do you got to get so angry? Why so angry?
I'm not angry. It's how I talk. But I'm going to say this one last time. I don't believe, do I need to name names? I don't believe the people that I'm friends with on the right are racist.
Okay, enough.
So
Shay, please. I'll move on to Shay because Vegas girl, I don't got time for folks to be lying to me. Don't Vegas girl, please don't lie to me.
Vegas girl.
Why?
Vegas girl, please. I'm talking to Shay, please.
Or you don't know what racist is. Anybody dropping the N-word is a racist.
Thank you. Vegas, listen up. Go ahead.
There's no if or ands or buts about it.
Thank you.
There's no I'm sorry because the internet blew up and went
calling
after
a
her.
black woman.
Vegas girl.
You know I didn't do that, so stop.
Yeah,
so you're
did.
pushing that rhetoric. I didn't call her
I'm
a
gonna
monkey.
have to mute her.
Everybody
You
with a
can
brain in
respond.
their head knows what I called her, and I clarified it on Zeus's channel when I said it. So
don't do any of that stuff. And if
don't
you're going to
do
bring
that.
Shay into this or Ange into this, all I'm going to say is the responsibility is on you to be a better person at the end of the day. Now, please continue, Shay, because I didn't quite catch what you were saying.
No, I mean, the thing is, and then, I
Look
only
at
make
these
videos about Janae when I need to call out what she says. That's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
That's my job as a DEI person and an anti-racist.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to sit here. I don't care about all the other stuff she does. It's just silly rhetoric, and nobody even likes half the stuff she does. She's got like 9 likes. Like, who cares?
Shay,
right?
Do you think I'm racist?
I don't think you specifically in your heart. I don't know what's in your heart, but what I'm saying is that racism is not a deal breaker for you. That's the issue that I have with people that make excuses for other people.
And okay, so Shay, let's get to this because I get it. You can't go where I need to go.
Heart, and I'm not going to call you that because you've never said the N-word.
But Shay, hold on. I gotta get this thing under control. Hold on. I gotta keep this thing on the tracks. Did I just hear you, Shay, say she hangs out with people who are that you believe are racist?
Yes.
So either she's Jesus or she's racist.
Well, listen, I don't throw
she's
around
not
that
Jesus
word easily.
Right? I know, and I'm gonna because sometimes as the host, I don't go as far as you can go. So what I'll do is I'll take the alley oop from here and say, as far as I'm concerned, as a person of color in this country, we just saw what happened to Isaiah Martin too. It's definitely racist. That energy is here, Vegas girl. That energy is sitting right here on this platform. Racist. So, I could say that.
Shay? Why are you laughing? Shay sent me a very nice.
No, Vegas girl. Me,
I thought I was funny.
I gotta mute you. Okay, she's talking about this stuff.
That's not exactly how the conversation went down.
So this is where we're at with this, and I know I'm dragging the audience through this, and they're kind of like, Zeus, why? And I'm like, I gotta do it because this is what needs to get done. Vegas girl, I'm hearing things about your behavior, and this is why I don't necessarily think folks want to go and associate with the folks you hang out with. They're racist.
I don't
get that.
They are.
Well, then maybe you are then, Vegas. If you can't see it, I don't know how you can't see it. I really don't. It's not fun. See, here's what you say. You in the chat, I went to you because there's a lie being spread around that here's what you say. You in the chat, I went to you because there's a lie being spread around that I'm doing a petition to get Janae off and said some stupid stuff, and y'all ran with it and became Russian bears. And I don't believe her, and she's a liar. So I unblocked you to reach out to you and say, hey, do you mind letting them know what's going on? Because I would never do that. Find an audio where anywhere I have ever said that I'm starting a petition to get her off this app. I would never do that. I don't function like that. And I don't care. I call her out, but I don't wish her harm. I don't want her off the app. I don't care. She can stay where she wants to stay. She can say what she wants to say. But I will call out things that are ugly that are going on that side because
and I understand that you say you don't care, but you asked me to advocate for you.
I did
against people that you think are racist. So if you don't care, then
no. See, God, are you really this dense? I don't understand.
But that's what you said, and then you block me again.
I did because you doubled down on your side with those people. And I'm just like, you don't even want to listen to anything I have to say, but you're the one that came into our space and I guess continue to lie to us that you cared about us, that you were friends with us, and you just flipped. And now you're doubling down and I'm a Russian bear with Kimmy and Janae and Stacy. And
that's
I'm
what I was called
right now. And
Lord have mercy. Can you all hear me?
Look, there's been some personal.
Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Lord have mercy. Okay. You know what? I just decided this is a demonic force going on over
Kevin
here.
Lee caused me Vegas bear. That's where that's
okay.
I just want to say, no matter what, I could never be a Trump supporter. I don't care if every single person in this kingdom turned their back on me.
If I went after Angela and called her the B word, I guarantee she wouldn't stop being a liberal.
I could
never.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, ladies. You know what? Vegas girl. Hold on. Listen. I gotta. Hold on. I think the live is being throttled.
The MAGA people offline on the phone.
Hold on, Vegas girl. Vegas girl. Hold on.
That's not true.
It is true.
I gotta do this. Ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. That's me. Yeah, the live is glitching, but and sorry, Ange, sorry, Shay. No, nothing against you all, but I think I sense that maybe I've already got to the bottom of what I needed to get to the bottom of concerning Vegas Girl. And Vegas Girl, as far as I'm concerned, you're a racist person, and whether you want to own it or not, that's up to you. And you can take out whatever conversations if you have with Ange and Shay. As far as you can talk about that until the cows come home. But I've heard everything I need to hear. But honestly, I had to protect the live, all right, because I felt like we were going to get into something very, 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 nasty and dark. I already know enough. And also the time. It's time for Big Zeus to get up out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, all of you who tuned in this morning, you saw what it was. We're still dealing with the reality that Trump supporters cannot see the truth. Whether it's the MAGA men who got up here and just showed their rear ends, or Vegas Girl. She actually said we could call her MAGA. You should change yourself to MAGA Vegas Girl. All right, so we all know who you are. They will not look at the truth. They will not look at the facts. They will continue to double down on all kinds of things. And what really bothers me, Vegas Girl, is you can point out all kinds of character flaws with Ange. You can point them out with me. You can point them out with Shay, Swerve, and Nutty. You have no problem saying how you truly feel about us. But when it comes to the folks on your side who got obviously on steroids, racism at 100%, 92 octane, that's the highest gas. Their racism is 92 octane over there. Oh, this is comfortable to me. Oh, yeah, this feels like home. Okay, Vegas Girl. MAGA Vegas, I got it. I don't need any more evidence to come to a conclusion that you support people being racist. And as far as I'm concerned, you're probably one of those folks that listen to rap music and you sing along and you just use the N-word when it pops up, right? W Zeus. You use it. Yeah, and it's always nice when I get to expose them for being exactly who they are. Jaden Rodriguez, you can say El Zeus all you want, but am I lying? Don't get up here and try to defend that. Today's been a live, and this live today was called Another Day of Anything But Jeffrey Epstein, all right? And as you can see, MAGA, there's no base, there's no load to how low these folks will go. They'll lie and do anything for their dear leader. All right, now I got to get up out of here, ladies and gentlemen. I want to give all of you in the audience a huge, huge round of applause. Oh, look, is that Janae? Is that Janae in my live? Look at that. Look at this. Oh, okay. Hey, Janae. I'll do something different. I got to get out of here, but I'll do this for you, Janae. Is it possible for you to come up and turn your camera on and expose who you are to all of us? And let's just go ahead and put this to bed. Janae, will you turn your camera on if I bring you up here? How many of you would like to see Janae turn her camera on? Put a one in. Put yes if you want to see Janae turn the camera on. Okay, yeah, I'm just double checking. If I could get at least 10 people to say yes, Janae, then this is just all on you. Rick said he just ate. Hey, Janae, I'll throw a little sweetener in it. Janae. I'll approve Nutty to go on a date with you and get some coffee if you turn that camera on. All right, and Nutty's going to get mad, but Nutty, I got to do it. I mean, she can't get to me first. She got to get to you. Janae, would you turn that camera on for us if I bring you up? I have no reason to turn my camera on. That's what she said. All right, Janae. I figured you wouldn't. Val said, please no. So, Janae, expose you. I know there's a lot of MAGA men out here that want you. They want you. Okay, she says she can do it. Okay, all right, Janae, you gonna do it? Okay, come on up here. Turn that camera on. She says she's gonna do it.
Oh. Yeah, you know what's crazy?
Oh, you can't even. I can't even turn. You can't even turn the camera on, Janae.
No, you know what's crazy? Why do you care?
Okay, well, listen, Janae, I gotta get out of here, Janae. Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, Janae, I care because I gotta know who I'm talking to. And do me a huge, huge favor, Janae. This was easy. Let's go ahead and take Janae and her friend Vegas out to where they belong. Y'all came into my show. This is demonic forces. Why are you coming after Big Zeus? Don't come after me. All right, I don't come after you. You know what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give them one round of the Lake of Fire.
Silence, you man. You're either stupid or you hate the country.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, seriously, I got to get out of here. I want to give a special thank you to all the subscribers, gifters, moderators, and panelists, because without you, this show wouldn't be what it was. Educational, engaging, and more on the entertain. Today was more of an entertaining live, not so much on the educational, but you all deserve a huge round of applause. W to the mods. Yeah, you all are doing an outstanding job. You mods are kicking butt. A special round of applause to the mods. You all kicked butt today. Thank you, Ange. Thank you, Shay, because you did an outstanding job to expose these hypocrites, all right? But I also got to give one last round of booze and shame, and you know who this goes out to. This round of booze and shame, this goes out to all the Zeus haters out there, and they know who they are, and they know what they do. Instead of getting up here and congratulating me and saying, you know what, Zeus, I appreciate the fact that you're consistent, persistent, and resilient, all right, to get up every day and engage the people on the internet in the way that you do. These people would rather go around and spread hatred about me and say things about me that just show that they're not Christ-like at all. These people are evil, they're wicked, and they're disgusting. Let's give them one last round of booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we protected the live, and we did as much as we could today before I had to go. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, please do me a favor. Take care and stay safe out there in those TikTok streets. All right, and don't do nothing I wouldn't do. Rick, we are out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see if I can get us some music. You know what we do. We got to rock out like we normally do. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God. Hope you all enjoyed this show. We had some bad actors today. Have a great rest of your morning. Let's go! Scorpion King, yeah. Totally exhausted. Yes. Reggie! Hey! Wow, Zena! Let's go. It's tiring, yeah. It's like a relationship that just goes over and over, right? Right, W, little hawk. Right, Edward? Connect the dots. Oh, Kimmy, you're back to see me? Wow. I know you're in love with me, but it'll never be. I'm saving you the heartache, Kimmy, all right? It'll never be. Now, Vegas girl, go back and tell your friends that you talked to me today, all right? And that I'm not scared to go talk to them, but they are scared to talk to me, all right? Because I just told you that. Kimmy wants a black man. Hey, Eugene, I need you to do something for me. Could you go holler at Kimmy for me, all right? Because you're the most handsome, right? Hey. Oh, she says she already got the black man. Lying through her teeth. No, you don't, Kimmy. You don't got one. Zena, you're the best. Oh, hey, you too. Heaven, she says she has a black man. This show gets crazier every day. These folks come up with some of the craziest stuff I've ever heard. How long you been with him, Kimmy? She thirsty? Her throat getting a little parched? Now she comes. After 3 years, Zeus, I have a man. Oh, okay. Well, you weren't saying that a few weeks ago. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, I'm single and I'm looking to mingle. That's what you sounded like a few weeks ago. Y'all keep up the good work out there. We catching these folks lying. Y'all y'all keep up the great work out there. We are catching these liars in record time. I mean, now y'all all booed up.
Because you know she's gonna
Do some drill, baby,
she's
drills,
gonna
and get out of here.
fracking, right? 100%.
Right? Now they're all booed up. Now that they know I'm not available. Oh, don't worry. I got a man. I've been with a man. We've been happily married for 32 years. Yeah, right.
She said, I like fracking very much. But they always go back to what they want. They always go back. She can't help it. She's a radical left Marxist. She can't help it. But we're going to
This chat is crazy.
and we will frack, and drill, baby, drill.
And they don't know about drill, baby, drill like we do. Right? We know how to drill, baby, drill over here.
We're gonna be for these guys. We're gonna
liquid.
Take out so much money. We're gonna pay down our debt. We're gonna lower your taxes.
All right, Kimmy, this is for you.
Insane asylums.
And all the bears.
Go crazy when I say
I'm gonna have them lusting today.
The late great Hannibal Lecter.
Watch this. They're gonna start lusting.
Baby, drill,
here it goes.
Frack.
She got jungle fever.
You know she's gonna bang king, right? Up in there, she was against fracking.
She was against fracking. And then she's not now. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. When she was getting killed in the back, she said, They always go. Right, Q-Dog? Q-Dog knows. She's a radical. Left mark. She can't help it. And we will. You gotta put your Thiz face on when you do it, though. Yeah. They don't know about this. MAGA Queen, you don't know about this. Look it up. Man, these MAGA women are worked up today, ladies and gentlemen. What y'all do out there in the audience? Drill, baby, drill like it's Hannibal Lecter. And you know, we do that very well on the left, right? And send them, Ange. You know they want you, ladies. You know those MAGA men want you. They want you to show them that liquid gold, but don't give them the liquid gold. Make them work for it, all right? Here it goes. Here it goes.
You know they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal Lecter. They say, why would you mention Hannibal Lecter?
Lust right here.
We're gonna lower your taxes. Deep insane asylums. You know they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal.
W, Tara. W, Tara. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen. Lower your taxes. Deep insane asylum. You know they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal. MAGA Queen. You ain't had nobody in, I know, a decade, 2 decades, maybe 3 decades, huh, MAGA Queen? It's getting real dry over there. I get it, but don't worry. Don't worry. Tell him you ran into Zeus. And what does he do? What does Zeus do? Okay, well, I'll show you what Big Zeus does. This is how it works. So, you hanging out with Tiny Tank Top, Tim Tom, Turkey Neck, and all those other losers? Oh, yeah. Oh, MAGA win? No, he a MAGA loser. Yeah, you know what I do is a lot different, all right, because I'm all about it. What I'm going to do is this. I'm going to pay off all your debt, and then what I'm doing is this. I lower those taxes. All right, because guess what we know? There's so much liquid gold underneath our feet, and all we gotta do is drill, baby, drill to get to it. And then after that, you know, there's a little bit of that fracking, because I know you like that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are out of here. Oh, yes, you're right, Ave. 1600 Pennsylvania Ave. The album is dropping real soon, and I'm telling you, you've never had a project that was able to bring hip-hop, you know, real hip-hop, real music, and politics all into one, and it's coming, all right? So be on the lookout. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. Take care and stay safe out there. I'll be back tomorrow, same time.